We had one last week, you jack off.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Man, Sam, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I really am. I apologize.
Especially the shirtless part, bro. Like, your eyes don't need
No,
to see
man.
that.
We went around. I heard you guys are all swingers at the beginning, and you started talking about yeah. Then I saw the shirtless thing. Oh man, maybe
I will not apologize for the shirtlessness. All right, look, this is a good-looking man. If you don't think so, then you're a biget. You're a bigot.
Hey, when you got it, flaunt it.
Maybe some people were like, "Oh, look, MMA. Click on that."
Possibly. Who
For
knows?
us to get 200 subscribers, I'm assuming that 8 million people watched us. 8 million people clicked on it, and 200 of those were like, I could go for this. 10 guys who were worse than him. And he's the one everyone thought. The reason is because he's an ass. It's not It's not because he's not great, because he's not the only one who isn't great. He's just an ass. But people forget. It took 25 years for people to even start talking about him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been around 30. This is his 30th season.
The Spaniard fella, he's the man. Like, let's just keep it real.
Man.
Oh, so shout out to Idaho Skatesman. I asked him this question. I said, current Taporia versus 2019 Conor McGregor. Who do you think wins?
Taporia.
I don't know, man. 19 Conor, he had the Midas touch. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Taporia's the man, dude. He's so fucking good.
Who you think you hang with him? Like, what's the
I don't think anybody until maybe if he moves up and fights Makachev.
Islam.
And Tim, after a rolling thunder kick, 10 seconds. They're throwing. They throwing. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, he's out.
He's out. He's out.
Holloway knocked out Gaethje with about 2 seconds left. Cold.
Oh my.
Did they stop it?
God.
With 1 second left?
Oh my God. Justin Gaethje is dead. Justin Gaethje just died.
Maybe.
Dude.
Bro Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Hey, everybody. Bro Bro Plata here for a very, very special episode. We are watching something, history in the making. We are watching the birth live in front of our faces of a brand new mixed martial arts league happening tonight. If you watched any of Moss's live or interviews with the commissioner and co-founder of the GFL, Brendan Shaw, Robin Black was on. Robin Black, I cannot tell you anything about football, but I can tell you that Fabricio Verdum is still one of the best fighters, bar none, in the world. Was on with Moss on the MMA Holes yesterday, and it's kind of a strange thing. Where's it streaming? It's streaming supposedly all across the social medias. I think X and Instagram. We're going to be watching it on YouTube. The thing that bothers me, and I'm going to open on this really quickly, the thing that bothers me the most right now, not going to lie to you kids, is the fact that the GFL doesn't even have one lick of content on their YouTube channel, but they have more subscribers. I know. I was about to say they have more subscribers on their YouTube channel than we do, and we have 369. Nice. I know it's the I don't know how to fix it, Tim. It's there. I don't even know how I sound now. You made me self-conscious. Why aren't you here? You need to be here, Tim. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Why are you not here, man? You're mean. You're a terrible, terrible co-host. Terrible co-host. Supposed to be here for the birth of a league, man. This is the birth of something. We're going to be on the cutting edge of this. Make sure to subscribe as well. I got to now hear my audio. Yeah, just going to pull up. Subscribe as well. Now hear my audio. I got things to do. This is a massive moment in mixed martial arts history. Yeah. This is a massive moment. But anyway, we are going to be watching the draft of the GFL live here. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share out the live stream. That way we can get more people in here to talk about what we are about to witness. I don't think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be kind of a shit show. And it's not going to, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Not at all. Why is the solo layout like that? Okay, whatever. But yeah, so sorry for the rough audio. No, I see, Tim. It's fine. You're gonna watch somebody else's stream instead of be on your own, bro. You're watching the man bun. Yeah, exactly, Timothy. How dare you? How dare you not be here with me is the thing. Like you're gonna watch Moss over me for this. I'm gonna be roasting this thing the entire time. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I don't think I get what they're doing. Horrible person. Tim's. We're rebranding the show now. You know what, Tim? You can be mean all you want. I'm getting a new microphone, by the way, Wednesday, so get ready for that. But my mic works okay. It's not great. Okay, it's you got me self-conscious now, Tim, and I don't. Why would you do that on such a big night of all nights, Tim? You got to be grumpy dad over here. You got to be grumpy dad. I don't know why. Just got to be grumpy dad. I know. Well, I might switch over to that here in a second before we get ready for the draft. I might actually do that because Tim's got me all bothered now. Really throws me off my game. Now I got to do things and stuff to make room because I don't have any room. I'm trying to make this the best live stream on planet by God Earth. And you're doing this to me? Hold on, gentlemen and lady folk. Well, yeah, let's get this on first. Oh, I'll stay on here for a hot minute. Oh boy, pulling all my stops out today. Yay, everybody. Make sure to share this out as well. Let's I see that. I can tell you're getting hangry, bro. I'm looking for this live stream. We came on a little early to do this. Let's look at something real quick. Here are the weight classes for men and women, which will be I believe it's 14 men, 6 women on each team for teams of 20. It's they're trying something here. They described yesterday like the NFL, and they're trying like an Uber MMA bowl or something that they're trying to do. Hopefully when we all watch this together, we can understand what's really going on. Because I don't really know how to like look at this and say, I get it. I get the pay structure. I get all this kind of stuff. Bantamweight is 145 pounds. There is no featherweight in the GFL. I just learned this. They're going 165 for lightweight. They're taking the internet by storm. They're letting the fans who wanted to see 165 work. Who knows? UFC could do that. Welterweight, it's going to be 180. And then middleweight's going to be 200. Light heavyweight is going to be 225, and heavyweight's going to be 65. I don't know how I feel about this. It may end up that they're the healthiest fighters in mixed martial arts. We don't know until we watch this together in about 5 minutes, which I'm still trying to find an actual like Global Fight League YouTube stream. I'm trying to find this thing and I can't find it. I'm kind of confused about what we're seeing. 2 joins, good to see you. It's on DAZN. Okay, we'll check the DAZN live stream too here. Let's see. DAZN. DAZN. I'm on DAZN Canada for some reason. Yeah, I don't see even a live stream for DAZN. Or is it on the website? Is it on the DAZN website? Oh my god! Do I have to log in for this? Man, this like why can't they just stream this on YouTube like a normal fucking thing, dude? Like trying to watch this weird league startup. Does anybody know what we're about to watch? Like I feel like they're just basically doing this to like because some rich oil baron wanted some money to spend, and he was like, an MMA league sounds good. Maybe at 8 it'll start on YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, guys. Make sure to share the show out as well. Tell your friends we exist. We're going to be talking about this this GFL. That it's kind of, again, the format is a little strange. We'll look at the cities as well real quick. Javier Mendez and Cain Velasquez will be the Dubai team. Manager will be Cain Velasquez. And then the Paige Van Zant's coming back. She left Power Slap. Now she's doing this, I guess. Luke Barnett and Carl Prince are going to be the London management team for the GFL. And let's look at the Sao Paulo, Brazil. Guillermo Chita will be the manager of the team, or the 20-person team for Sao Paulo. And then New York, Ray Longo is the coach. I don't know how this is going to affect his standing in the UFC at all. Will it? Who knows? But they haven't announced a manager. I feel like they're going to do that during the draft for tonight. I think that's going to be kind of a thing that they're doing. I'm looking up on YouTube. Sober Carl, what's up? Jamaican Joe Mama, what up, everybody? Thank you, guys. Thank you for saying, do this. How can you not listen to this man? Listen to this dude. He knows what he's talking about. He knows Joe Mama, all right? He's Jamaican Joe Mama, all right? He is right there. Sober Carl in the fucking building. I don't know what this is going to be. We are a minute away possibly from this Global Fight League live stream. I'm gonna just real quick here. Yeah, there it is. It's down there. Let's see if they put up the live stream finally on YouTube. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be kind of pissed off if I have to like have a subscription or something. Because like I'm gonna stop the thing and then share this. Like, okay, so GFL. This is their supposedly official YouTube channel. This is their supposed YouTube channel. It's fucking empty. There's nothing here. This channel doesn't have any content. This is the supposedly the GFL Global Fight League's official channel, and this is it. And then we got the MMA GFL.com, which is the website, which I think it's a scam. I really do. I'm going to take this down real quick. And your voice isn't annoying, which helps. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Eric got 2K. Thank you very much, buddy. Moss said they were professional. They might be. I am trying to give them their credence or their, Clearwater Revival, whatever they want. I'm trying to make this happen for them. And I don't know what they're doing with this. I'm as baffled as anybody else when it comes to what's going on here. They started streaming on IG 10 minutes ago and ended it like a minute in a minute. Yeah, like what are we doing here? I'm gonna go to the website real quick. It's just me on screen. So I'm gonna go to the website, see if they have a live stream tab open here. Because watch live. I'm looking at the watch. Here we go. The live. Oop, there we are. Oh, it is on DAZN. DAZN is the host channel for this. So we are underway. We got a minute 4. I'm on GFL's official website, and this is the link to YouTube. So we're gonna full screen this. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube. Hold on, I'll be right. We'll bring that right back. Once we get it there. I got a Franklin University commercial in my ear, so we're almost ready here. There we are. It's those guys that do like the gravity shit from Australia. All right. I'm waiting for it to load. Should be live. It's on DAZN Sport if you're interested. There we are. It's time. Let's take a look at this.
New York, Sao Paulo, Miami, Dubai, London, LA. Protect your neck, cause you come next. Yeah, you oughta know best. This ain't no chess. I'm a dragon, my town, my cage, my nest. Protect your neck, cause you come next. Yeah, you oughta know best. Come clean my mess. Have a dragon, my team, my honor, my chest. I'm haunted by a mountainous silhouette lurking under my skin, constricting my reason. It's fiending to break out and spin. Into carnage, I harness the havoc so I don't slip into sin. But the appetite's massive. I practice the path of discipline. Each double's a prayer, every knuckle's a vow. Keep darkness in captivity so it may not devour my sanity, clarity, both teetering on the brink. I'm scaring me. Apparently, I'm bleeding black ink.
This is already. I'm Gegard Mousasi. Is this the new? What was a shitty movie? What is this? The future of fighting is here. Is it? Is it? I don't see it.
From From Los Angeles to Miami, New York to Sao Paulo, and London to Dubai, over 400 fighters from living legends to tomorrow's stars have gathered around the world.
Okay.
And tonight we reveal who is selected to compete in the inaugural season of the league that will change mixed martial arts forever. This is the Global Fight League, where together we fight.
Yeah, feel free, bud. Thank you for being here. Make sure to like,
Hi,
subscribe,
I'm
do what you got to do.
Welcome to the inaugural Global Fight League GFL Draft 2025.
This is as bad as
6 global teams of
so
20 will lead to 1 GFL champion.
All right.
Walking weight classes allow for action promise matchups, healthy fighters, and an innovative point system will determine who moves to
Okay,
the
so they're gonna have a
semi-finals
point
and
system.
finals. We've got names like Gegard Mousasi, Tyron Woodley,
Dog
Tony Van
Gegard,
Zandt, and
actually.
Aspen Ladd. The Global Fight League will kick off in April 2025. But tonight, we reveal the 120 fighters of the GFL. To break down what the GFL
120
means for the
fighters.
sport and provide play-by-play of the selection process, it is the one and only Mike Goldberg.
Caroline, thank you very much.
Mike Goldberg,
My partners are powerful.
good for
This
him
is
for
where
getting
I
the
am
bag.
right now as we enter tonight's GFL draft. A couple of decades ago, I went on a very global ride with my powerful partner, Joe Rogan.
Yes, you
now, MMA is global, and we're going to change the landscape of it being global. So I cannot wait to get started. My powerful partners, Robin Black, Big Brown, the man who created the
suits,
Superman punch.
make everybody
Allegedly.
look very
Robin,
good.
The Zen way that you do it. Visualize the GFL for everyone.
So martial arts is a living organism. It's liquid and it's ever changing, right? And so should the leagues and the sports and the environment and the way we present these martial artists. It should be changing as well. And with GFL, it is.
It certainly is. And the thing, Brendan, I know that has you excited is as we grow, we're going to see some of the greats and we're going to see some of the great up and comers.
Yeah, I think what's
a lot of people are going to be under UFC contract in about a year after.
But then you also, what I'm excited about, you got the young, promising prospects where you've seen in other leagues and they had some bumps and bruises, maybe some losses, and they didn't live up to the hype. Well, now they get to.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And I think those young prospects, like a Sage Northcutt, Kevin Lee comes to mind. Guys of those caliber can now, live up to their potential.
No question about it. All right, Caroline touched upon it, but let's break down our general managers, our coaches, and the draft process tonight with these 6 teams, 20 rounds.
Yep.
And I mean, this
as
is
I said
right here, former UFC heavyweight world champion Cain Velasquez with his longtime coach Javier Mendez, Thiago Alves, and Conan. I mean, he's a legend. So Vera Vanderlei and the professor,
Rafael Cordero and Vanderlei Silva.
I called Audrey's fights before the Novo União team days, and then London with Luke Barnett,
and then
Carl Price,
Luke Bryant, and Carl Prince
from Strong Island, and it's got to be Ray Ray. All right, let's talk about how the draft will work tonight. The process that you will see: 6 teams, 20 fighters per team, 7 weight classes for the men, 3 weight classes for the women, and there's that snake format. So you go first. Then you get the double pick, you work your way back up. That's how a snake travels. So that is why it is the snake process.
I like it. Look, best of
So
the
they're
best
gonna
leagues
like
teams.
draft
You're
and
gonna
go
get
down
better
and then
managers
come
coaches,
back
and we're going
up.
to hear from them all
I'm
through the
confused.
night as well as the fighters. But let's just set up a few kind of what-if scenarios, Mike. What are we expecting?
What if Tony Ferguson
My
hits his
what-if
head while
is,
accepting
what if I went to
the
sleep one night and
the
had
deal?
great dreams and memories of those wonderful years with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And I thought about, you know what? Joe and I never got out of the trees because we were just so busy. Well, now I get to get out of the trees, still be in there a little bit, but see the whole forest and live this
Good for
dream
you.
again with people who I dearly love, people I can't wait to work with on a daily basis. And I'm excited. So turn back the clock for me. Let's do it once again.
Baby. Yeah, I mean, there's a million what ifs. That's what's so beautiful about change is there's brand new things happening, different ways to view things, different ways to present things. There's
Look at his fucking
that
face.
we never got to see that we may have
He's
never
not. He
imagined you'd
never
see
aged
somebody who's a
well.
Bellator champion and a
He was
UFC
like
champion. We're gonna get
like a
some of those dream fights
heartthrob
here.
for a hot
You
second.
can get some of those dream fights, but I also think you're going to see guys that, again, Maybe they fought in the UFC and now they're coming over here and they didn't break into the top 10, the top 5. And there was a lot of hype on them. And now we're looking for those guys to get those big matchups. And you look at the roster, there's huge names. Yeah. There's big names. So there's no cakewalks here. You know, there's just not. You're getting a tough fight.
There are, though. There's a lot of walks for these young guys.
As many times as possible. That's pretty much what we're going to do with a lot of the picks here tonight, Caroline.
Yeah, we will indeed. But let's bring in our reporter, Alex Wendling. She's here with our commissioner, Darren Owen. Let's hear from them.
Darren Owen. Here's the guy that Moss talked to
Darren
yesterday.
Owen, how you feeling?
Phenomenal. Thank you.
Well, it's such an honor to be here with you for the GFL draft. It's a long time coming. You are a fight fan, first and foremost. You had UFC 1 on a VHS tape before starting your own martial arts journey, had a spinal injury that pushed you more into the promoter route. And then you started when you were
I'm going to take myself off here,
and now you were
and I will be right back.
To life. So just put into words the excitement of the inaugural GFL draft today.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. To see this come to life is absolutely amazing. You know, the fighters that have come to the table has been, you know, truly inspiring. And, you know, just that old saying, if you build it, they will come. And that's exactly what's happened.
And the GFL is looking to really build on the global fan bases. So can you tell me about the inspiration for the 6 cities that we are going to be seeing in the 2025 GFL season?
Yeah, so we obviously wanted to leverage major global markets, but also kind of hotbeds for the sport of MMA. And I definitely think that we've, you know, established that. We wanted to launch a truly global league, and the fact that we're in 4 continents to begin with is definitely a great step in the right direction.
And an official draft is a little bit different for the MMA combat scene. So for anyone out there that's curious about
What is happening? What's happening?
Most fights during the regular season. Teams will score points, allowing them to move on to the semifinals
Hold on,
and
I'll be
finals,
right back.
where one team will be crowned GFL champion. Every fight has a maximum of 4 points available. Finish wins are 4 points, with 3 points given to decision wins. Draws gain competitors 2 points. Decision losses receive 1 point. Finish losses equal no points.
That's dumb, and I'll tell you why that's dumb. You get 1 point for losing a decision. What if you only need 1 point to move on, so all you do is just hang on a dude for 3 rounds? I really hope that happens. Like the main event, like, oh, I only need 1 point. So he just fucking hugs the dude for 3 rounds. From the, not even on top of him, just from the back. Just like holds him down in guard for 3 rounds. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Everything seems really, really freezy right now. Which I'm assuming that's what Ray's working on. I don't even know if this is working. No idea.
The monster tears at the seams, so I let it to defend my team. Protect your neck, cause you come next.
You know what? Let's just have AI do it.
Sure.
I think that's embarrassing. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's cool, but why don't you spend some money and get the actual fighters in there and fucking make a real video?
So we're getting close to those round 1 picks. We're going to see where the teams go, what direction they go. So I want to get your you know, the likes of Ray Longo, the different coaches involved. What do you think's your prediction as to what direction they go with their first
prediction,
picks?
really, Caroline, is it is all over just like that. As you noticed immediately, the finish gets 4 points. And those points as the season goes on with all the fighters, all the weight classes are going to be the difference for the final two and then the one who wins the Global Fight League. So finish fights, we're going to get people who can knock them out and submit them, and we're going to get a lot of them. And Robin, you obviously know what's going on with this system, but I also want to talk to you about the team, because you were involved in team sports, Brendan, forever. Colorado Buffaloes, Arena Football League. Now we have a team format. How will that make a difference?
Yeah, what I would do if I was one of these coaches, we have high-level coaches, that I'd be looking for a leader in that locker room, a guy with a lot of experience, a guy that's fought at a world level, world championship level, just to tutelage those younger guys, give them words of wisdom. That's going to start the tone of your team. You want a Tom Brady-ish type of leader in that locker room, a Tyron Woodley, something like that, of that caliber. So you're going to want to pick those early because they're going to go off the board fast.
Robin?
Are they going to train together?
Military strategy is great, Brendan.
I don't know.
Total sense.
I mean, that's cool if they do that, because that will give us something different. But I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. I mean, you're all of a sudden somebody who's been training with their own people forever be like, "Hey, you got drafted by Dubai. Sorry, you can't train with your guys anymore. You gotta come to Dubai and try." Which I highly doubt they're even going to be in Dubai. But
they supposedly, I was watching a little bit of Maz's interview with Robin and Brendan.
But that bit of time off will have. This is one of the top martial arts in the world. Fish, swim,
the actual like whole thing is like kind of strange. They were going over the point system while I was gone,
The next win for Gegard,
which I don't get.
well, no, I mean, I get that, but what I don't, well, no, are these like duels, or I'm assuming it's just at the end they just add everyone's points up.
Team's going to pick the quarterback for their
That is one of the things, but they got this Owens guy on right now. Let's see what he's got to say.
Yeah, how can you go wrong with any of those? Legends, leaders, finishers, definitely something that is definitely wanted in a team leader.
Absolutely. Okay, without further ado, who is the round one pick number one?
Here we go.
The first overall selection in the
Roy Nelson.
2025 GFL draft.
Tony Ferguson.
Welterweight from the United States of America. The chosen one, Tyron Woodley.
Okay. It's going to Dubai.
There you go.
Here's some more AI for you. He got knocked out by an influencer, and he's the number one pick.
Yeah, no, he looks.
What's the number two pick? Someone who got in the head
I guess
from a 15-year-old girl.
I love the guy. He's done a lot of great things since just competing in mixed martial arts.
Quite possibly.
His popularity and profile is at the highest level.
Jason Mayhem Miller, pick number 2.
At Missouri, so he knows what it's like to work hard with teammates. And there is something special too, Brendan.
There's only one. These like people, these like draftees are insane.
2022, Burrow. You can go all the way back to my favorite hockey player.
Why isn't there a stage? Why does he walk up and get a jersey? What the hell kind of draft is this?
Tyron Woodley, the number one
that you want as a first pick. Of course,
pick ever in GFL.
He's fought Jake Paul twice, made all the money in the world, and then here he is, the number one pick.
Put his age on there.
You guys kicking ass, man. He's doing great, and he should, as he should. Yep.
The Geriatric Fight League. That's what the G stands for.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with that, right? Sure.
Yeah.
Gegard sounds like a great first
Say Dubai to your career, Tyron Woodley.
Man, you're not gonna go wrong with Tyron Woodley. Come on.
You're on fucking crack, dude.
Oh, that's what I'm here to do.
You're on fucking crack, Robin.
Yes, indeed.
That Tyron Woodley was his first overall pick. Are you on fucking more drugs than you were back in the 90s?
Obviously he's not the only one, apparently. Wait, who are making these picks? Are the teams picking them? Is there a draft room?
Yes.
I need to know more things.
There are six cities that are going to be a part of this: London, New York, Dubai, Los Angeles, Sao Paulo.
But the teams are the ones making the picks, right? It's not the league.
Yes, this is the teams. Dubai got the first overall draft pick in the
How'd they do
GFL
that?
draft.
Did they do
I don't know.
drawing? They didn't tell
Coin
us?
flip, maybe?
Listen, if it was anyone other than Dubai, I would think it was fair.
Yeah, Dubai
bought
that pick.
They bought it.
Yeah. This is going to be the Yankees of MMA, Dubai. I think they're going to be the ones that just buy championships, put guys on deferment for pay, and go out the door. This is going to be, by the way, one of the bigger contracts right here.
How quickly did you?
This is one of the bigger.
I think absolutely yes.
I think what would be great is if they had one more team that was like I said, in a Midwest city, like Cleveland or Minneapolis or something, and everyone on that team, no one on that team fought in the UFC, not one person. It's all like people who have been like road warriors or they're young guys. It's the underdog team. That's what I want.
Andrew Law should be on that.
Yes,
Andrew Law
the
should be
fucking
on
captain. Yes. Is someone gonna get a Captain C tattooed on their chest?
I hope.
Me too. Is this like a henna tattoo? This is
yeah. It's in script and like cursive. What are you eating, buddy?
Ham sandwich.
Nice.
I got some pepper jack cheese on there. I got some bacon bits on there. I got some mayonnaise.
If people aren't in the know, they might wonder, well, Tyron Woodley in Dubai, but you're deeply connected to Dubai right now, and it makes complete sense.
Yeah, he's fucking the crown prince's daughter, probably, or something.
I have a golden visa in Dubai where I have citizenship for 10 years there. I've spent 10 trips in Dubai over the last 2 years, and I enjoy it. I got those feet in the sand, and I love the opportunities there. I love the training there, and it gives
and the blood money.
Sometimes it's a little faster in the U.S. when I'm training in Los Angeles and Miami and things of that nature.
It's a little less blood money than say like Saudi Arabia, but it's definitely oil money.
Oh yeah,
and probably the people who can construct their buildings is probably not real.
I've been wanting to work with for a long time.
Unshady.
Started mixed martial arts before.
Yeah, I'm very confused about like what is.
I'm ready to see who Mr. Irrelevant is.
Yes, who will be the 120th pick? Because there's 120 fighters that are going to get named tonight, and I think they'll do like a placement draft afterwards. But I'm still baffled that Tyron Woodley is the number one pick. Like, it's strange to me that this guy would even be considered. I mean, there's waves.
A lot of that would probably have to do. Well, you got to think who's going to get you the most points. So it's probably less about just who the best fighter is, and also like who else is on the roster in their division. Like if there was a bunch of puds that we never heard of in welterweight and Tyron Woodley, you'd be like, dude, give me Woodley. Woodley's going to knock out every one of these guys. He's going to give us tons of points. So I feel like it probably has a lot to do with that, like how deep the division is.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what these, because the divisions are also kind of weird. Welterweight or middleweight is
everybody's heavy.
Yeah, like they're doing hydration. Are they doing hydration tests? What are they doing?
Well, I know they're doing fat weight classes. Like light heavyweight's like 220, isn't it?
Yeah. And then 265 is heavyweight. So I don't know if they're.
Yeah, that would work for our dude Andrew Law, man. He'd be a good 165 lightweight. Call him. Is there gonna be like a practice squad too?
That would be awesome. You send in the practice squad if all your fighters are injured. You're just like,
right. We got to be signing off the practice squad.
All right, well, they're doing that. Let's bring some audio up since I got bored with
pick, you always have a target on your back.
That.
We
talked about who the next pick
might happen. Skill, leader. He just checked off all.
Going pretty slow for 120 fucking picks.
coming back.
I know. I don't like this. They should be.
Where's the clock? There's no clock.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Yeah, there's not a clock.
Better than what he did before, but I think maybe
Have I never seen a draft before?
Training, maybe.
Robin admitted last night or on the MMA Holes feed that he had no idea like about what a draft is.
Woodley's that guy
Because he's not like I guess a sports guy. He's he's into martial arts heavy, and that's about it.
Anyone's been in that gym, you want to wrestle around you. He was the team captain, and he's a stud, man.
Yeah, and a great performance artist.
That suit is delightful, by the way.
Under pressure while somebody's trying to smash your face in. A great artist comes into their own in later chapters of their life.
We'll forgive the spelling error, but yes, we agreed. I don't think that this is kind of like slapped together.
Making him a better fighter.
It feels slapped together. It really does. Like this doesn't feel like what a draft in a.
I mean,
in a
if you're doing a team thing,
MMA league should.
Yeah,
be.
I feel like if you're doing this format, you're trying to get a certain kind of fan, the fan that's MMA fan, but also a fan of team sports.
Okay, we're going to move along now. Pick number 2.
And things like the draft.
Team Los Angeles pick. Darren,
pick number 2.
Second overall
LA
pick in the GFL draft. Los Angeles selects lightweight Sage Northcutt.
Northcutt, number 2.
He is the former
Look, there's Captain America right there. There he is.
I like that pick, man. He's like one of the few guys who isn't 40 on this roster.
Yeah, dude. Me, you, Tim, and Pulse could have done better. Yes, we could have tonight. We would have been producing this better.
Well, not if we used our equipment, but still.
He should be one of the faces of this league. He's still in his 20s. He's got the baby face. He's got a hot girlfriend or wife or whatever that is.
I thought that was his mom.
If that's his mom, then he's got a hot.
No, it's not his mom. It's not his
taking a sneak peek at Instagram to see who had been announced.
Yep. Damn it, we're in the way.
That's a good pick. That might have been my first pick, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Sage Northcutt would have been should have been number 1 overall, but I think Dubai, they just said we want Tyron Woodley. That's all they want.
But I think this is fair to say that your path has always not been the most
if this dude isn't one of the faces of this league where there's not a calendar of Sage Northcutt, they're doing it wrong. Like that body of his. Women will flock to this fucking league.
Well, every league has good-looking fellows.
I know, but he's that although he kind of looks like every Christian dad in a sitcom. I don't like it.
No, he looks like a quarterback, dude. That's a quarterback.
Yeah, that too.
This is great.
Yeah, Sage, it would have been absurd if you were signed by anybody other than Los Angeles. Look at this kid, Sean.
Remember though, Sage was a huge disappointment. I wouldn't say it
wasn't a huge disappointment.
He's never been a huge disappointment. He was young.
Yeah, he was like 20.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was young. He got out to an okay start.
He was done dirty and won.
Mickey Gall fucked his world up, dude. If it wasn't for Mickey Gall, Sage would probably be in the UFC still. But he embarrassed Sage Northcutt.
Young prospects that you got pushed too fast, too soon. I hated the matchup you had when you were over in one championship. I didn't like any of it.
Yeah, the one fucked him over.
Like this older brother, I'm gonna protect him because if you just water that flower, that kid is so damn talented.
Water that flower, Shab. Water that flower.
You're right, Georgia.
For those of you that are just joining us, we're watching the Global Fight League draft.
Thank you so much.
So far, 2 picks out of 120 have been made. Tyron Woodley and now Sage Northcutt.
We're gonna need more sandwiches if this is gonna go that long.
He's literally carved out of stone, isn't he? He's got all the
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do the whole 9 yards with us. Help us get there. Hit that notification bell too. Let's go.
I'm about to give up my address, and we're gonna do a Feed Fatty promotion. Send me DoorDash.
The entire family, we're all fighters, they're all strikers. Super Sage is going to be.
He's gonna eat this whole stream.
All right, that's 2
Hey,
picks
feeder
in the
stream
can.
technically.
And next we go to
Luckily, we're in the
London.
lower third, so we're good.
Darren, who have Team London picked?
London.
Third overall selection in the 2025 draft. London selects from the Netherlands, the dream catcher, Gegard Mousasi.
Okay.
Gegard Mousasi.
There he is, one of the most accomplished.
No, that's not him. That's AI.
record. I mean, look at that: 49, 9, and 2. Like you said,
How old is
I
Musashi?
saw his last fight in the UFC.
He has been a champion. He's been a pioneer.
40 something, maybe.
And he goes to what I talked about at the top of the show: 27 mixed martial arts wins by KO or TKO. 22.
I was there for one of those
first round. And
losses.
Robin, you've been talking about,
or the no contest.
Well, he's the top pick for his team. So there's Gegard Mousasi.
Hey, there's a lot of ways that people get influenced.
Gegard Mousasi.
Dogma and doctrine.
Gegard Mousasi is 39, so he's almost 40.
One of the great
Again, the geriatric fight league. How old is Sage North guy? He's probably 30, huh?
And he hasn't
let's
fought
see.
that much over the last few years, so injuries have healed.
Sage Northcutt is 28.
28. I would only pick the young guys, no matter who they were. I'm only picking guys under 30. If there are that many.
On planet Earth, and don't at me. That's the truth.
Yeah, for Gegard,
There we
I
go.
became a
I'm
fan
trying
of
to
Gegard
find a good balance
against
here.
Chakra, if you
It's not
remember that.
overwhelming
That was
our
insane.
audio,
I
and
mean, that's
we
how
can
long
still
this
hear
dude's
what
been
they're
fighting.
saying, kind of.
When you talk about a #1 pick, yeah, the guy with 60 total fights, 60.
Yep,
it's insane. So he's just so talented.
Well,
I'll tell you
I
what's
mean,
gonna be tough to
Musasi,
find someone to
he
beat.
had his chance in the
And
UFC.
let's not forget the 200.
Yeah, but he's not in the UFC now,
battles
right?
And all the training over the years too.
He's in the
He
guffle.
is someone very special and worthy of a top pick.
100%.
Yeah, okay, the teams have come out strong to begin with. Next, we go to Miami, Darren.
4th overall selection.
Miami.
2025 draft. Miami selects heavyweight from Brazil, Junior Dos Santos.
1,000 years old.
Welcome to Miami.
75-year-old AI.
I've already had enough of this AI. Listen, I'm not anti-AI video. I'm anti them using it here.
It does make them look all like kind of hotter than they should be.
A number of years ago, he's like, Goldie, I have this down.
It's the Beowulf version of Junior Santos.
Right here, inside the
And we still, for some reason, have what's his name playing Grendel, no matter what.
Wait to be reunited with
What's his
man
name
because he
from
truly brings
fucking
somebody special.
Back to the
your point
Future?
that you made at the top of the show, if you're looking for
Biff?
a finisher, that's
No,
your guy.
Mr.
That's your guy.
McFly.
That
What was that? What's that guy's
away.
name?
And as a heavyweight,
Crispin Glover?
last thing to leave
Yeah,
any
Crispin
fighter
Glover. We'll still have him
is
play
a
Grendel in the
That
AI
guy has a lot of
GFL
power. I
videos
was
for
the
some reason.
commentator
I
for
just,
Bare Knuckle
it's
MMA
got to be
fight
him.
Game Bread. And let me tell you something. He's still a handful. The footwork's still there. He's pretty well versed.
I heard Game Bread. All right, we're talking about Dos Santos still. He bare knuckle boxed, for fuck's sake.
Game Bread is the MMA bot bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Mind was better. He talked about having been through pressure and stress.
No one has said the words "he's old" about any of these fighters yet, and it's making me a little pissed off. Actually, I bet they were told not to. I bet they were told not to.
Yeah, you can't have them go, he's 45, but he's still the best. And in my pink suit, I still say at 59, he's a great fighter. Can't really say he's old. Some questionable picks so far, other than Gegard. Not the greatest.
Listen, my favorite pick is Sage Northcutt.
I will say Sage Northcutt was a good one.
Sao Paulo selects.
Yeah.
From Brazil, Fabricio Verdun.
All right, we've got another Brazilian.
I mean, I understand Sao Paulo's going to pick Brazilians.
Brazilian legend Fabricio Verdun.
I mean, I understand that, but
mostly Brazilians on this.
I get that, but
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
these don't seem like good picks to me, other than Northcutt.
Let's see how old Fabricio is. Almost 50. He's 47 years old.
And I know we're going to showcase the finishes, but let's remember
he's 47 years old.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand the idea that you're not introducing the young fighters that you supposedly had picked or signed from other organizations that nobody's ever heard of, and you're going to give them a platform. You don't give them like the top picks.
They're just going names, but I don't know. I don't know. Something tells me that it's more than just like pick whoever you want, guys. I feel like it's not that. I don't know.
I like that. Yeah. What great start.
Yes, Johnny. G stands for geriatric.
Yep, the names are coming in thick and fast. But before we go to New York's picks, because they're going to have back-to-back picks.
New York's next
on
on
Long Island, a coach who has basically coached
There he is.
Ray Longo, here he is, just coming off a fresh victory from
It's always so good to
311.
Look, Ray, what are you expecting from the draft? And what are your sort of tactics as to how you're going to pick your team members?
I think right now, man, I'm excited just to get this thing started. And I like to get a couple of guys that are kind of local so we can maybe all get them together. Guys that, I'm familiar with, that I've either had my guys fight
your
against
team.
or, I've just been fans of. So I'm kind of excited for everything.
Ray, it is great to see you again, my friend. It's been a long time. You got a
I want to have him
GFL
on the
hat
show.
before
Do you
any
think
of
we could
us,
get
so
him?
you are
Probably
somebody
not.
very special.
How about
I just want to
Longo?
know, will the team
Probably
mantra
not.
be punch a hole through his chest? Is that the way you're going to face everybody off?
Whatever I have to do to motivate these guys, I'm excited to see if I can make a difference. Who knows what's going to happen? But as far as the hat, my hair's a mess. I don't even like wearing hats. But
Thank you, by the way, to the people that are liking or subscribing. Appreciate it. We get picked up some subscribers since the live stream's been up.
since I'm having a bad hair day,
We're watching the 2025 GFL Geriatric Fighting League draft.
People thought, oh, that's cool.
You guys think this is great? You watch our normal shows. A lot of action.
Tuesdays and Thursdays live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
A lot of good, serious MMA talk.
Constant fucking the best you'll ever see. I can't do it with a straight face, dude.
I know. I don't even know if we mentioned MMA last show. we may have forgotten.
Didn't.
Yeah, you sound excited, Coach. I was just gonna.
We did talk about this though. We did kind of like billboard this.
GFL has to make you pretty excited when you see the benefits, the fighter pay, the give back, all that stuff.
Ray Longo is like, I was just in LA, kid. It's fine.
His heart's in the right spot. I mean, he's a guy that look. He wants to get this thing started right. You heard the way he spoke about all the cooperation with the profits and that stuff. So that's all I care about is if a guy's looking to do good, I'm gonna back
one
him.
show and they'll go
it sounds
bankrupt.
like a good thing for some of these guys that might have got
probably a whole season.
They're gonna do one show and it's over. Not hating. I just don't see this being a thing.
You don't want it to work, which is weird.
I want it to work. Oh, I want this to work. This sounds fun. And we'll be live streaming a lot of these fights, by the way. At least live reacting to these fights because I want to see the first show.
New York selects lightweight from the United States of America, the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee.
That's a good pick.
There he is, the former
That's a good pick.
Kevin Lee?
Good pick.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. And always
Kevin Lee would have been one of my first picks as well.
that union, hardworking Detroit attitude. to
Yeah,
him.
he should be a first round pick. I mean, he shouldn't be a second round or he shouldn't be however many rounds we're doing here. Like, he shouldn't be in the low rounds. He should be at least one or two.
Diego Sanchez, the nightmare. It was the Motown phenom.
Yeah, this is nuts. I don't think they knew really what they were doing. We could have helped them. We could have helped them set this draft up. Like, we've watched a lot of drafts.
No one's gonna ask us for help.
I know.
Where do you know where they are?
Johnny Smith saying that.
Like I like.
I think LA. I think this is out of LA because Moss was at the studios doing interviews for the GFL in person. So I'm thinking he was probably went to LA and they're doing this live from a green screen room somewhere in Hollywood or outside of Hollywood, maybe.
Janitor's closet somewhere in the valley.
Well, yeah, I mean, they
Doing it at
really don't
porn
need
studio?
that much.
I'm going to send it back to Alex
Yeah.
for a bit of a recap.
Yes,
Hi,
we're
Alex.
isolated here in
All
the
right,
social corner.
this is the
and
recap
MMA
so far.
fans
The
are going
three
crazy.
pick or the
People on
4
Instagram
picks we've had.
comments as well.
6.
Things off before the broadcast started. Ariel
Well, no, they got 2 more picks. I think it's LA is one of them.
watch party going
LA
on.
already picked. They picked
Someone has
Northcutt.
the draft
We've
watch
had 6
party
picks,
going
right?
on. is none other than the most famous dog on MMA X. It is
That's
Gokhan,
interesting.
owner of McMalley.
That's why the next pick is New York, because they had the last pick in the first round. They had the first pick in the second round.
Tuning in here, and then of course Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, I
also
don't
has
like
to
this
credit
snake
this rap
shit.
song being incredible.
No, I mean that's the only way for it to be fair when you're doing a rant when you pick the order by random. That's really the only way to kind of be fair.
We had Bohashinya Depot in the comments saying, "I'm more excited."
Moss 95 says it's a great day for MMA fans around the world. I hope so.
I mean, if you say so.
Listen, what if this is the birth? This is the birth of the organization that is going to take over the world. We're going to be like, hey, remember who we were making fun of, GFL?
If that's the case.
And Javier Mendez and King
Yeah, before it was the only promotion around and took over the world.
From fans as well, Austin Anderson saying, "Hey Alex, who do you think will be the number
Oh
one
my
overall
gosh.
pick?" I'm going with either
That was before Green Bay had their dynasty.
Front camera here.
the number one team picking prefers good marketing.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of speculation, but he
You remember when Detroit went on that 2-year run of just GFL championships? Like, fuck, dude.
It's crazy to think when we were watching the original draft that Akron didn't even have a team.
Los Angeles Chargers jersey, and they're watching it from home right now. They're such big fans supporting Sage Northcutt back
These
there.
people are watching the GFL together. I mean, how about a Bro
It's
Bro
bringing
Plata
families
shout-out, bro?
together, Ray. What does the UFC do? Tears them apart.
Does Dana knows how to slap a bitch.
He's a world record.
To keep the comments coming, so make sure you join us online.
50% revenue share for the fighters' retirement and insurance funds are what
Why are they
they're
telling
aiming
us that though? Like, why is it important to like the viewer of the fights? I mean, it's
Because-
interesting. It is interesting to me, but do you think it's going to be like, you know what? They're paying guys more, so let's not watch the UFC anymore.
Physically
and
financially.
I mean,
you'll get those fucking people.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think they're right, but I don't know. Listen, I just hope they get the best fights. I hope they get amazing fights. Is that Ben Henderson? Is he in this?
I think, yeah, Benson Henderson is in it.
to keep fighters safe and competing at their highest potential.
So is Uriah Faber, by the way.
Have been eliminated.
He's fighting?
Though the names might look familiar,
I
the weights are
maybe.
different. It's the mission of the Global Fight League to bring fans
Yeah, here's the weight
together
classes
and that
that
starts
they're doing.
putting fighters first.
Okay, so if Uriah Faber is fighting, then he's going to be picked by LA, and then we're going to act like this is a real draft. If he's picked by, I will think this is a real draft if he's picked by anyone other than LA. Oh, I've had enough of these videos, man. Come on,
Dude,
guys.
look at Holly. Getting that pay.
Henan Barrow? Who was that? Who was Henan Barrow?
Yeah. This is. I think one of them was Tony
Rockhold.
Ferguson. There's Mendez. Weidman. Luke Rockhold.
It was Faber.
There he is. There's Uriah.
There's Page. What is this? The OnlyFans draft?
Leaving power slap. Thank you guys for watching. You guys taking your time.
Orlowski, dude, he is 50. Go
here.
home. Man, the AI Holly Holm looks rough.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Gustafson.
She doesn't look good.
Oh,
Back
man.
to the live GFL
I mean,
draft, and
no one can say they don't have names.
based on what you saw, what does round two have?
No.
First of all, I want to talk about
It's kind of
music just
wild,
for
the
a
amount of
second. I'll
names
be some stats.
that are
Face
in
the
this
bang,
draft.
face the bang. But I'm starting to dance to our song already. So here's my prediction for round two. You still want to get some of that experience, but when will coaches and general managers start to pick out those rapidly
Round
rising
2, New
stars,
York
the
is
ones who would be
up, I
tutored
believe.
by
Now
men
that
and women that we will
they were
talk
the head
about
of the, or the
throughout
tail
tonight.
of the
So
snake.
let's see when that transition kind of starts to happen, Brendan.
Yeah, and you'll see in that first round, two of the teams picked experience with Gegard Mousasi and Woodley, and then 2 teams picked the kind of prospects with Sage Northcutt and then also with Kevin Lee.
By the way,
so,
can they fight for
prospect?
us with Sage Northcutt?
take my money. That's a great fight. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
they're
see that
they're
flip. So if I took
champions,
the experience kind of the category
legends, I
guys,
think,
you know,
and prospects.
Robin, you keep saying take my money. You must have a lot of money now. I'll take
That's
your money.
silly.
I'll take your money. All right. Robin, you're doing all right.
It-
I'm doing all right.
This whole thing is silly.
You know, for me,
Although,
anytime
again, I
who's
want
the
it to
best
work.
Woman
I
fighter
want
available?
this to
And
work
is that Holly Holm?
so
I mean,
bad.
Holly Holm is a genius. Holly Holm knocks people out with head kicks. You know,
Holly Holm is
it's time
old.
to take the best woman possibly.
Dude, this whole
available.
draft is
Whether
old,
you-
right?
Like somebody on X said, you go Paige Van Zandt, who is often underappreciated for
Holly
how
Holm
talented of a fighter
needs
she
to
is
go
because
home.
She has so many other valuable
She's gonna
assets,
bring notoriety to your
aesthetically
team,
pleasing,
yeah.
all these other things. But I think you pick Holly and you take Holly right now.
I like it.
We'll find out.
All right, we will indeed. So we're going to go to round 2. Pick number 7. It is, of course, New York again.
I'm
Darren, who are you
almost
picking?
out.
New York selects
Hey.
from New York, middleweight, the All-American Chris Weidman.
Shocking.
I thought he retired.
Middleweight champion, 2-title defender.
No, he came to the GFL, bro. Look at the
Why?
AI right there.
Ray Longo was going to pick Chris Weidman.
Because Ray Longo's the fucking the coach. Of course he's gonna be like, "Hey, you want a payday, kid?" Like that was how this whole thing happened.
How
Ray
many fights
Longo
you really
got his
think this
boy
kid
a
has?
payday, bro.
Woodley. And that is a D1 collegiate wrestler on Strong Island going to Hofstra. He's been with everybody. He's
That's
been
the
with
only
Ray
reason
Ray.
New York
He's
took.
doing
He's
that Sarah
here.
Henkel
Is
Brixie.
Ray Longo
John
needed
Danaher.
one of
He's
his
been with
guys
everybody. He's
to
been
be
at
like the
top,
locker room
and
leader.
He has stayed at the top for some time.
Again, I would believe this draft is real if Dubai picked him.
Importantly to me, he's now healthy. But
Yeah.
in the big picture,
I
what
think
does Chris
they've
Weidman
already
bring
got the
to Team
teams
New York?
picked. This is fake. Like this has to be a work. There's
Yeah,
no way
I
this
don't.
is real.
I don't have a lot of faith that this is a real draft. I don't.
My question for Chris would be, what's his why? He's kind of done it.
Yeah.
He's the All-American fan favorite.
And
My
they
question
did
would be,
do
why
rehearsals
are
for
you
this,
doing
by the
this?
way.
You
So
know?
I don't know
Because he's done it all.
exactly
He's checked
what
all the
this
boxes.
means. They
So
might
my
have
question to
already
Chris is,
picked these people in a dark
what
Well,
is the
room.
goal here? Just to
Well, they
dominate?
they do that for all studio shows for sports. Like that's not. They do camera tests and shit. Like that's not.
And
That's not
a great
weird.
question. There's always questions. People want to know.
I don't think
you
this
know, you
league's
broke your
real.
leg in half. How you doing?
I mean, I think the league's real. I'm not real sure the draft is real. I think this draft in air quotes is a formality at most.
Know him so well, you would understand. Hey, there's some questions. They're
Probably.
taking a risk on or whatever. Ray knows exactly what he's getting. He knows where Chris is at mentally. He knows his why intimately, and he knows the shape.
Yeah,
I've already had
That's
enough of
why
this, to be honest.
seeing Ray draft him and
I
draft him
know. That's
early
the sad
says
part about
Ray
this
the
whole
most valuable
fucking
center.
thing is you're just like,
Almost feel like
can we
we should
get
Ray back on the show.
Ray, where's
to?
Ray?
We've
Where's
only
Ray?
done an
Where's Ray?
hour, and I'm tired.
Every time they call someone's name, they show an AI video. What? Show some like highlights and shit. They probably can't. They probably can't. Old man Ray right here.
I got to go with the All-American. I mean, and listen, to everybody's
Listen,
point, I'm
without a doubt, I'm pulling for Team New York in this season. I want them to win. They're the only one I care about. All right, because I love Ray Longo. He's the man. And I mean, it's the closest city to where we are right now, even though it's not very close.
He's got that.
Speaking of, did you get my link earlier about the FDNY versus NYPD boxing?
He's going to give to everybody else in that locker room.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was.
Well taken. That's
so it's just.
It happens. It happens in March every year, apparently.
You know,
and I want to go watch. I want to go watch that live. Like it sounds so much fun.
I've gotten in my career, so
I don't know if it's worth a trip to New York.
Like to see what we could do in this.
I don't know that in the NYPD versus FDNY hockey game every year or Boston. I would go to that because that sounds fun. Like it's just dudes trying to kill each other on the ice, and they're all 50.
How he is with his drive and commitment when he throws a kick, when he checks a kick, when he shoots a double. Where is he at mentally with the healing of the injury?
No, he's back with the healing of the injury. You see him, he throws the kick. It actually, every time he throws that kick, it makes me nervous as shit, to be honest with you. But, you know, he's the guy that I think the injury, he wants to prove to his kids that, don't let anything stop you in life. And
Ooh,
something
that
that's
thing
horrendous
stop you in
this
life like a
close and
leg.
this gruesome, for him to come back is a big thing, and he looks like he's ready to go.
And coach, you talk about Chris's training.
Well, Johnny, go over there and see if Moss is talking about how great this is. Listen, I hope it works. I
hope
just
it
feel
does
like
too.
Mythical creature.
I feel like it would be good, extremely good for the fighters to have a legitimate contender to the UFC.
Coach, is he
And you only fight like once or twice. You fight like twice a year, maybe.
I don't know,
Maybe.
I mean, have they talked about cards or anything yet?
They apparently what they're gonna do is they're gonna do 6 months of cards.
Okay.
To
Where?
the host cities like New York, Dubai, LA, Miami, Sao Paulo. They're gonna do fight cards in all of those cities, and they're gonna be point competitions like you saw when we were first going through everything on this.
I'm sure he's beating his kids at checkers. He's not letting them win
And
anything.
yeah,
He's a
I
competitive guy.
I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm actually intrigued because they're saying they're basically going to take up the time where football is not being played. So March is when they're going to start and go into like October or April, I think.
And I just think the mental fortitude to come back after an injury like that is just incredible.
So
I mean, how many GFL cards do you think you're going to sell out in Miami and New York?
New York, you might be just because of like Chris Weidman.
Sao Paulo selects middleweight from Brazil, the phenom Douglas Lima.
Okay, Douglas Lima, big pickup right there.
How old's Douglas Lima?
Not that old.
Speaking of leg kicks,
I mean, he was the PF or the Bellator champion for a while.
Everybody wants to avoid those kicks.
You don't want to beat that kid.
Let's see how old Douglas
I
Lima
love the guy.
is.
And I talked at the top of the show about finishers. Here, how about this one? 16 wins by
37.
On this league, that's like 16.
12
Yeah.
losses. He's only Robin been
That's he's a young buck compared to some of the fucking draftees so far. Him and Sage Northcutt are like the rookies.
So what? So far, it's been 28 to what? 48.
And he's sophisticated and subtle too. Like you think it's all brute force, oh crazy power in his kicks. It's not just that.
Somewhere around there is our age range. Yeah.
He throws it. He's got a million.
Fabricio is, I think, the oldest at 47 so far.
Hit you on the exhale, hit you when you're off balance ever so slightly.
So
and yeah, a great champion.
I'm perplexed by this whole fucking thing. So
well, I guess
I'm not quite sure.
The one thing we can really talk about now is what we're seeing with our eyes, and that's the coverage of this draft and whatever this draft is. Number one, I'm not very convinced it's a real draft. I don't see a draft room. I don't see a draft board from anyone. I don't see a war room like they call it in football. I don't see any of that. So I'm assuming this has already been done.
War room. It's his fucking pool house in Long Island. That's what that was.
But it's just him in there. There's like no draft board. There's none of that. So yeah, I'm assuming that this has been done already. This is a formality. And I'm assuming that a lot of these weren't real draft picks anyway. Another pick? What we got? Here we go.
Pick number 9. Miami takes lightweight from the United States of America, Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Showtime.
Miami getting
and WC
Showtime.
Champions. Look, he has wins over
Well, most of the lightweight division so far sounds like legitimately fun to watch. I mean, you got Northcutt, Lee, and Pettis. Those are fights I'd watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. There's gonna. I honestly, I think we're gonna see we're gonna see some positives out of this in the first couple, because of some of the people that are in certain divisions. So I'm excited to see what this is going to be, especially with Pettis, Lee, and Northcutt all in the same division. That's going to be kind of the highlight of every GFL card, is when those dudes are fighting. I'm very excited for that. Do it, Shop.
Yeah, and you shall be jealous for the rest of your life.
Correct.
About
I don't
that
think I'm gonna make it, Robin.
Yeah, you know what? When you just watch
Former
him move,
champion,
just to see
obviously.
how a human being expresses
We
combative
had one
movement,
title
you
defense.
don't
I
see
thought he had
many
more.
like him. Even at this
Okay.
stage of his career, you
Most
watch
of them
him
were in
just move
WEC.
through the world as a fighter, as a human being. When he throws a kick, it traces the shape of the body. He's so strict.
Yeah, I'm not really. And how is he gonna run the Anthony Pettis Fight Championship in Milwaukee? Fucking like from
I don't
Miami?
really expect those guys to be in their team cities that often. I don't know, man.
Miami though, picking a really good one in my opinion. If we're talking like people, I think that can bring good to this fight league. Anthony Pettis being on Miami is actually a good pick. So
You got another one here. Here we go.
London selects lightweight from Sweden, the baller, Alexander Gustafsson.
I cannot wait to see this man back in action.
London's going to have a massive light heavyweight here at 220.
Arguably one of the best fights ever of all
He's
time
going to be big at 220, dog.
I've been told many times, and I probably will start being told many times again.
I'm very excited.
Cody, you know nothing about this sport. I'm like, why are you speaking? Why are you back? Like, okay, bring it. You know, I'm not going to respond this. I'm older. I'm wiser.
Yeah.
But he fought in Stockholm, and I made the comment. Now here's.
Yep, I could care less what they're really saying. I'm just interested.
What, dude? He had a great point coming up, and you fucking
6'4". What happened in that fight? It was
Never
one
mind.
of the best in MMA history.
I was actually ready for what he was going to say. And Ray's like, nope. I got, and you had nothing to say. It's not like you shut him off to say something important. You didn't say shit.
I did it on purpose. I'm like,
That's why we're never going to have Mike Goldberg on, because you're going to be like, so Mike, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to shut his mic off and answer for him.
No, I'll shut your mic off during that. Me and Goldie will just become friends.
He's talking about hockey the whole time, you nerd.
Fighters.
Goddamn right.
The blend between their athletic platform.
I'm excited to go to that fucking game on next Saturday.
Are you doing the whole draft, Ray? Because I don't know if I can handle it.
If you want to go, you can. I'm gonna do the whole draft and kind of like see where this goes in the night, because I'm intrigued. I am the most intrigued I've ever been.
Let's see some more mauling.
So who knows where this
Los Angeles
next thing
pick
goes?
Number 11, we have the GFL.
Oh, God.
Jeffrey Pollock standing by. Who is pick 11, Jeffrey?
With the 11th
Jeffrey
pick
Pollock.
in the GFL 2025 draft, Los Angeles selects Aspen Ladd.
So
Okay, we got a first lady off the board.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah. She's former UFC, Bellator, and PFL, so she brings experience from several promotions.
She's Aspen Ladd getting it done. Gonna be in the GFL
one of the
now.
most decorated female fighters.
Yeah,
in
wasn't she
history.
cut for something
Champion,
weird, like
very
weight or
complete
something? Like there was a
fighter.
reason. Like she
Attack
wasn't cut
weight,
because she wasn't fighting well. That wasn't the case at all. So she might be the best female fighter on this roster.
Females on your team as well, because the point system, top to bottom, is the same. And so Aspen Ladd being selected as the first female in this year's draft, probably no surprise to any of us.
Yeah, I mean,
Aspen Ladd, 29 years old, so she's with Northcutt and the rest of the young bucks.
First, but this makes a lot of sense when it's just the purity of skill, the level of athleticism. You know, Professor Cordero knows exactly what he's doing, and it's.
You think Robin's wearing pants?
Forever, for the rest of time, she'll be the first woman.
He's like, I don't want to not have my Jean Co jeans on.
Yeah,
I have to have them.
Sitting next to the shop with his dick out.
My chain wallet is here and ready to party. And look at my salmon jacket.
You know, I think just the one thing that's missing from your look, with your personality, Ray, is a wallet chain.
I couldn't do a chain wallet.
What a great
You don't even do a wallet, so.
Well, I have a wallet. I need to get a new
I'm just
one.
going to do this.
I'm doing it right-ish.
Like this?
Yeah, there you go.
Make sure you gotta have the fingers, right? Yeah.
It's like this. You're doing it wrong. It's like this.
Okay.
It's so scary.
He's going to talk to us in just a moment, but what a leader for that.
You know, and
He's using the
Vanderlei
shake
and
weight.
Professor being together. I mean, take us back to the streets of Curitiba. Take us back to the very start. Because in
So
Curitiba,
she got picked by Sao Paulo.
Okay, the Gracies are the Gracies. They're the greatest on the ground. But Curitiba was all about strikers. And Vanderlei, one of the originals with the Professor Rafael
the
Cordero,
shooter box.
Vanderlei, Anderson. I mean, Chris Cyborg. Go down the list. It is not surprising at all that Vanderlei is teamed up with his mentor.
It's scary. It's scary. I mean,
like Vanderlei.
Vanderlei scares me. Yeah, he scares me.
They call him the axe murderer.
The axe murderer. The axe murderer. And
Well,
he's
they
a guy
call
where if
him
that's
the
your coach,
axe
you're gonna make a lot of
murderer,
mistakes
Tim.
in battle.
That's what they do.
There's footage
And
of him
I'm Robin
recently
Black.
training with a kid who
and
disrespected
I'm
him
here.
with a crescent kick to the face, and Vanderlei beat the crap out of him. And that's a different kind of leadership.
As he should have.
That's that tough hand leadership. And Professor Cordero.
I think it's gonna go down to like Sao Paulo and fucking New York. That'll be probably the final.
Weidman wins like 6 fights. He's the MVP of the G. Is there going to be an MVP?
We've got the two of
Yeah,
them together. They are
An
standing.
all-star team? Is it going to be all-star game? That's what I want. I want an all-star game.
Great to see you both. First
Oh
of all,
God.
what kind of pairing are you going to be?
Look at the
what sort
face
of
on that
leadership and
guy.
coaching do
On
the two of you
Rafael
bring
Cordero.
together
Just
to your
beat.
team?
He looks like he has been beaten up a lot.
First of all, it's a pleasure to talk with you guys. I was listening Mike say about our past. That's it. This is our history. This is the way we build our relationship. This is the way we build our brotherhood. So this is what
Oh,
I
this
bring
is
to the table.
Los Angeles.
It's a pleasure
So she's
working
going to
with
Los
this-
Angeles. Okay.
With these amazing fighters,
Is,
new generation,
Aspen
old
Ladd.
generation. And at the end of the day, all those guys
can't
have
remember who's the
experience with 5
Brazilians.
rounds. So they have experience of championship tournament. And with our experience, we want to bring fire for GFL.
And you always have, and you always will.
This should be interesting.
Vanderlei, my man, the axe murderer. It is so great to see you. You're with your son. My first question is, okay, and we'll get to you.
Baby
in a
axe?
second,
That's the
Professor.
hatchet?
Vanderlei,
The hatchet
you're
murderer?
GM,
The
and
hatchet
Hoppy is the
murderer,
coach.
yeah.
Are you all of a sudden Rafael Cordero's like boss? Are you his boss now? Because I want to know.
Say yes.
Então, é um imenso prazer poder estar aqui junto com vocês nesse grande evento.
You can
It's a great
speak
honor to be
English,
with you guys.
motherfucker.
It's an awesome event. Great
You can
opportunity.
speak
Vamos trazer muita
English, Vanderlei.
experiência
Why,
e
what are
realmente
you
muita
doing?
bagagem para esse
You're the
evento.
manager of LA. Speak American.
Yeah, you're the manager of Los Angeles, you fucking lunatic. Like, what are you
USA.
And let's make this event the
USA.
biggest event in the world.
I love it. I love it.
You don't
know,
need
and-
a
and
translator,
having Vandy
you
as a
fucking
leader, like you
weirdo.
guys said, and
We've
your
heard
son
you
was
So
speak
disappointed,
English.
man. How come there's
having
no
him with
Mexico City
Professor
team?
Cordero.
Yeah, that's one that I thought could have like
it's a perfect
been
relationship
a
for training. So I
thing
gotta
was
ask you,
Mexico
Professor,
City.
Is he really your boss now, bud?
Mexico City fight would
He's
be
my
on the bucket
favorite
list.
fighter.
And
So he is.
See, you're always so perfect.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Hey, Coach, is there any
Can
chance
you
you love
imagine for the? I'm sorry.
Just
No,
taking
go ahead.
Uber
Go ahead,
everywhere, no
Can you
walking.
imagine in my
That would be what
position,
I'd.
I have
Sounds
a
recommend.
amazing,
train
actually.
All those guys, and you name it before.
What, walking
And
around
the guys are my
Mexico
best
City?
friends,
No,
the guys
not
are my
walking.
idols,
I don't-
and the guys
Oh,
that
that
I
I
have
can
a
agree
chance to
with.
sit
It's gonna
next to
just gonna
them,
segue
and
everywhere.
I saw these guys putting a lot of great show. It's not different now, and we
Ah,
sit by side. And it's gonna be great to be with Vanderlei again.
Love it, Coach. You're getting pretty chummy with Mike Tyson. We see all over the place with him. You're coaching Mike Tyson, especially in his last fight. Is there a chance you could bring Mike to kind of help the team out?
Shop
maybe for
is
practice?
trying to be a
Maybe
fucking
in the fighter's
analyst, and
corner,
it's
you have
not
Vanderlei
working.
Silva,
Good.
Tyson.
At least he's
See
giving
that?
it a go.
Get his corner of all time.
He's trying.
I will say this. I don't think anyone on this panel is doing anything wrong. I just think they have very little to work
People
with.
say that I have more hits than Michael
I think they're doing
Jackson.
give you
really.
that.
They're doing fine.
That's because you're doing Vanderlei. I'd like to
No,
see you
God.
and Iron Mike in.
I'm gonna
Speak
check in on.
English, Vanderlei.
I'm gonna check in on Moss. Hold on.
Yeah, go check it on Moss.
Yeah, it's Vanderlei Silva and his son. That you guys.
He's probably like, "This is the best thing I've ever heard." I don't want to leave this this video, but I would stream snipe him if we had the chance. We might stream snipe Maz after the draft.
Now the world today, who knows? It'd be a great honor, though.
I'll take Vanderlei.
I'll take
Vanderlei.
Vanderlei. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much to everybody.
Speaks English.
Two of the,
He doesn't
the
need to
nicest people in the
translate.
business. And you
Fuck's
said
sake.
it, which kind of sounds weird, but you know, Hoppy, you are the man. You are the professor. You are a leader. And for Vanderlei.
Thank
the
you guys
nicest
for
axe
being here,
murderer
by the way.
that you've ever
Appreciate
met.
all the
So thank you for
subscribers
being
that
a
we've
kind
gotten
axe
over
murderer.
the stream.
See you guys. Thank
Watching the GFL
I would love
draft.
to be in the training room with their team. That's going to be pretty awesome. All right, moving things along. Well, we're all excited as we work through this
All
draft,
right, here
which
we
of
go.
course is live. Just to remind you to keep those comments coming. But we're going back to Darren now to announce the 12th pick for Team Dubai.
Team Dubai, here we go.
Welterweight, Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov.
Ooh, Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov.
That's a hell of a name.
And I think with the last
And
name,
he looks like a Nurmagomedov. Look at this fucking guy.
up to that name, but also he probably can fight pretty
Do
good.
you know this guy?
That's the coach.
He looks familiar.
Abu Akbar Nurmagomedov.
The best of the best. But you know what?
I
All
think
of those guys
I think
are
there
very
may be a
dangerous. They're really
Khabib
kinda taking over the
translation
landscape
there.
of mixed martial arts. And
Oh,
Rob
I'm gonna
Keeman
go
all the
see this. Hold
time,
on.
you know, Dutch
Yeah, look up
kickboxer.
Abu
He used to
Bakr
always say, do it the
Nurmagomedov.
Dutch way. Well, you know what I'm going to say to you, Brendan? These guys do it the Dagestan way,
Man.
and it's highly effective.
Yeah, they're dominating. They're getting annoying like the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, they dominate.
There you go.
They dominate, and it's tough to say things. You know,
I
are
think he
different
fought in
from
the UFC.
Dagestanese. You know, they just have one way of
Yeah,
doing
let's
things.
take a
look.
And
Yeah.
no one's been able to crack that code yet. They really haven't. Between
All right, I
He
got
wasn't
him.
a champion in the
You're
UFC.
gonna have your hands full, and you know they're trained.
He was 2-2 in the UFC. His last fight was against Zaleski in 23.
They appreciate
Wait.
the physical
That-
dominance
What?
of wrestling. And then
Hold on. Whoa. Wait.
Khabib,
What?
It says former UFC and WEC lightweight champion.
Yeah, that can't be right. Oh, you know what? No, look. It says they got it mixed up. That's Pettis's shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they fucked up. Yeah, it says one title defense. Gilbert won this. Yeah, they just accidentally pulled Pettis's shit back up.
they appreciate grappling. They
That
appreciate
makes me feel even better.
You're having
actually.
fucking glitches. Fire the programmers.
Yes.
All right, what we got next? We got another draft. D, who we got?
from London.
Oh. Nope, it's London.
No.
manager
Why
of
is he sitting in front of a
London,
chess set?
Luke Barnett, thank you so much for taking
People
the
would
time.
know how serious and tough I am if I put the
Everybody else
chess
is playing
first piece.
checkers,
First off,
son.
Gegard Mousasi and Alexander Gustafsson, the level of talent that GFL is really showing to the crowds. What was your first impression and why was it so important to make sure they were
To the
part of
crowds. There hasn't been a fucking crowd yet, bro.
Well, me and Alex have a very long relationship. Me and Alex have been training together for 15 years. He used to travel over to the UK, and obviously Gegard Mousasi.
People will know how sophisticated I am if I put chess seats in front of me.
Within mixed martial arts for decades,
bad
and
accent,
is an
but-
extremely talented guy. And for me, in GFL, as you see the talent coming through and the big names, I feel like Gegard and Alex in Europe and for Team London, they carry so much name power, and also
This
at
is
the later
crazy.
stages of their career in the
I'm-
later years, 38
I'm
onwards.
very
they're also
intrigued
probably
by
the most
this
dangerous
whole
guys in
league
the
now. Like
division. I think they're the most
I'm
dangerous picks we
excited
could
for
get,
the first
best fighters
thing.
we
I'm
could
hoping it's a
have
shit
as
show
top
like
teams.
this is. Like this has
love how
been
you
kind
put
of a
big
shit show.
names
I
and
see what
also
chess board like. He's
big
like, oh,
power
you
behind them.
caught me right in the
And
middle of
when
being
we talk
smarter
about
than
the
you. My
coaches
bad.
You'll be partnering with
I was
Carl
just about
Prince.
to
He is
put
the head of
Rook to
Manchester
8
top team.
or
How do you
to
think your guys'
7
skill
or
set is
whatever.
gonna
I don't
complement
know
each other
chess.
to really have some
Apparently not.
success this season for GFL.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the secret weapons that we have with Team London. Is me
This
and
is,
Carl, our
Jason
synergy is
Statham's
fantastic.
cousin
We've been
right
working.
here.
Explain the
together
chess set, you dick.
close to a decade. We're involved in a lot of.
I don't care about
projects,
anything other than why there's a chess set in
Yeah,
front
why
of
is
me.
there a chess set?
The talent that
It's-
he has at Manchester
it
top
makes
team
no
is somewhat
fucking
known.
sense.
We have a few stars. That
But
we
you're-
used to
Well, here's the chess set. People will know that British people are smarter than them.
extremely talented young
Yes.
fighters, and his mindset and his.
I went to
coaching ability,
university,
I
mate.
think is
I
gonna
went to
shine at
university.
GFL. I
What
think
did
people are
you
gonna
do with
finally,
your life?
Pay attention because there's big names in the fighters and there's big names in the coaches.
So
that we
smart, bro.
have
Why you got
in
beans on
GFL,
toast?
and also the managers as well. And I think me and Carl will probably be extremely underestimated.
I
But
forgot I
our
had
work
these,
ethic
by
and
the
how
way.
we work together so well. He used to coach me.
Forgot I had
so
these
I know
things that
from a
can do,
coaching
like,
perspective as well as from a business perspective. So I think we have a great advantage just through the fact that we know each other so well. We
One of
understand
the
each other's
fights, maybe.
intentions,
I'm
and
gonna
we kinda
come.
speak the same language from day one.
Yes, it's definitely a dynamic duo. I love what you're doing over there in Marbella, Spain, having a media company that's always pushing out.
What did you do?
Fighters really need. So I love your artistic aesthetic for that. And I gotta ask you about these
Why is that
divisions, because women's MMA is on such a rise, and now we are giving opportunities for 3 divisions to be filled. So what are your thoughts on the 3 divisions that GFL is?
Because that is like, oh, they know how dark and brooding I am if you got a fucking chessboard in front of me. They don't know.
Like you said,
I went to Andrew what was his name? Andrew Tate? Is it Andrew Tate? Went to Andrew Tate's man school. He told me to have a chessboard in front of me at all times to make me look like I'm some kind of genius.
I mean, obviously, with the draft is happening, and we're going to see which names go where. But I got my eyes on Josephine.
Go outside, nerd.
She
Get
got
out.
the opportunity to take on fighters like Paige Van Zandt and get those
chessboard.
Big
I hope
names,
fucking
that big
London
value,
does
those big
dick
wins,
this year.
which
I
could be
hope
big
they
moments.
fucking go
And I think there's gonna
0
be
for
a lot
however
of
0 for
big
6
names in GFL
in
that
all
everyone
the
knows,
events that they're in.
losing
Like,
to the
fuck
people
you.
that aren't so well known.
That is
but have
true.
got that hunger
Like
and that fire. And I
that would not be my number one villain originally, but because of this chess set, I hope they lose every match and every fight.
Fuck you.
Female MMA offers.
Go New
So,
York.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
them.
super excited to have them a part of it. I'm looking forward to finding out who I got on my team.
I'm officially
Yes,
burying
a lot of opportunity
London
for
now.
big names, upsets, so many different things that GFL will be providing. Luke, thank you so much for the time. Guys, stay
Fail.
with us. The GFL draft continues.
Have fun with your chess match against Magnus, you dick. What's going on with that?
GFL is a global battle of 16.
Whatever he was thinking, man, bad decision. I don't know.
Terrible.
London, Dubai, Sao Paulo, Miami, Los Angeles, and New York all compete in a 6-month tournament. Each city will put its pride on the line as it hosts fights during the regular season. Teams will score
Dude, what if the final, like everyone's fighters are beat up and it's all guys you've never heard of like fighting in the final? That'd be great, actually. That'd be hilarious.
Every fight has a maximum
But
of 4
it's like a bunch of Rudies.
Finish wins are 4 points. With 3
Finish
points
loss
given to
is
decision
0
wins.
points. Decision loss is 1. That's stupid.
Yeah, I was saying that
like
earlier. What if you
Yeah,
have,
I heard
what
you
if
talk
need,
about
like 1 point and you're just like, let's just hold on.
Every fight counts.
Yeah, let's just
called champion.
lay on your back, bro. Lay on your back. No, fuck you. Like, let's go for the win.
I love how the production of this show has been about $300.
Yes. Dude, this is like, we could do this in Suno AI tomorrow. Like, we should do an intro video like this on an AI thing and have like, we the pros, like, because this it would be better than what
ripped versions of us. That'd be great.
Just the most jacked we've ever looked in our life. Oh,
Yeah, this is ridiculously corny. I'm not now.
my laptop's being funny. Okay.
How many times do you think the AI spit out Paige Van Zandt without clothes on? You're like, no, you got to do it again. No. All the information we have on Paige Van Zandt is her naked. No, try it again. Do it again.
Her nipples are too small. They got to be a little bigger. Why is Andre in this? Like, that's another thing I'm like confused by.
Man, the Holly Holm looks
Shogun,
rough.
He shouldn't. But the future of fighting is here, is it? Can you hear any
Welcome
audio?
back to the GFL draft, and like Caroline
Yeah.
said, we are trending.
The Holly
on X,
Holm
so if you
AI
wanna
looks
get
like
on
Laura
the social
Sanko
corner,
had a love child with a
hashtag
kid from
GFL
Mask.
draft, or tag me at Alex Women X. First off, Doughboy from Jersey. Hashtag GFL draft is kind of fire. I
Just
can't
taking
even
the
lie. I'm
pins
very
out of the
excited
fucking
to
map
see
and
what
laying
we
down.
moving forward. A lot of positivity going on online. So we
Share
appreciate
coming
that.
in going,
MMA world
wake
needs
up,
a
you
lot
gotta
more of
go
that
to
and
school.
appreciation for this MMA league trying to
I
help
got
the
you a
fighters.
hooker. What?
The Punch Report said, so far, I'm not mad at
blind
this draft.
girl's
I'll
back.
be rooting for the
Come
GFL
home.
just to hear what Dana has to say about them if they do well and live up to the
Oh,
hype.
man,
And then we had
it's-
the steamroller, Matt
That
Verbola in
fucking
the
movie
comments.
is
Longo in Wiseman,
absolutely
excited and it
wild.
feels so good. Hashtag GFL Draft. Keep the comments coming because
Don't call
we
her
have
that.
much more action
Jeez.
coming.
Come
I'll
on,
send it back to you,
Ray.
Caroline.
You're better than that. Well, I mean, you should be at least.
Alex, so we're going to start to speed.
I apologize on behalf of
fans
Ray.
what they want. So Darren, you're going to
I'll
announce
cancel
3 teams
myself.
at
It's
a time now. Over to you.
2 teams at a time. All right.
I selects middleweight Derek Brunson.
Who did?
Los Angeles selects lightweight Tony Elkakui Ferguson.
No! God
And then
damn
London,
it!
strawweight from Sweden, Josephine Knudsen.
Bless
we have
you.
it, 3 more picks. I'm going to start with
Terrible
Tony
joke.
Ferguson. I think the fans want to see Tony Ferguson.
We pick Brunson?
No, we don't want to see Tony Ferguson
No.
fight anymore.
You know why? Because we liked him. We don't want to see him. No. This is like, who's he going to fight against, Ray? James Vick?
He always brings it. I mean,
Dude,
he's always in the baddest man talk. But
no.
he has fallen on some hard times. And so what happens?
Well, who took Brunson? I didn't hear.
I didn't hear Brunson.
Happens to him. And the one thing that you
Why aren't you telling it? Why doesn't it say the city next to? This is dumb. I hate this.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Problems, the first thing you should do is look in the mirror.
Tony Ferguson should not be in mixed martial arts at all. Like, he should be out of the sport. Whatever team he just made, they're gonna not win. Like, he's gonna cost them at least the semis.
Yeah, I don't think he ever got his flowers. In the UFC, and I think he's a guy that
Because he wouldn't stop fighting. That's why.
He was the baddest 155 on the planet. You'll argue Khabib. I would argue Tony is probably would beat Khabib. He probably Darce choke him, something like that.
That's ridiculous. No.
I agree with Brendan on
You
that.
guys are
I
so.
think-
It's like I feel like neither of you have watched fights before. You say something like that. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
It'd be a great why, though, right?
Yes, yeah, great why.
Guys, I got a plan.
I mean,
somebody
I just
draft
also don't like
Dylan
Khabib, so.
Well, I understand that,
classes
so I don't.
aside, doesn't matter.
No!
From you, I understand where it's coming from, but him, that's ridiculous.
People love Tony Ferguson. I love him. Want to see him win? Everybody hates Tony.
I don't want to see him
You
get
don't
punched
want to
again.
see him fight anymore.
I want to see him ride a horse out into the sunset. That's what I want to see.
My boy, he was
Yeah.
texting me. He goes, "Man, hope I get drafted. I'd love to fight Tony Ferguson in New York."
Ah, there you go.
Uh,
I like it.
Maybe someone will draft him.
And how about Derek
Maybe.
Brunson?
Yeah,
Derek
blonde
Brunson, I mean, I love the guy because he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Renzo Gracie. And you kind of think of the one, Derek Brunson, you go, yeah, he was around for a while. He had his ups and downs. How about this? Like, think about this for a second. Tied for 3rd most wins in UFC middleweight.
Why is there no ticker at the bottom of the screen letting us know who was picked?
Yeah, there's a lot of production that is like missing from this whole thing.
Like Brunson, and you see his body, and you see how fast he is, and you think of his attributes, and you kind of forget that actually
Like,
fighting happens.
I'm gonna look on their website. Do you even think they have an updated draft list on their website? I bet they don't.
No, I'll give you $5 via Venmo if they do.
Like that. He fights. He sees
Ooh, this-
everything
big
unfolding
stakes
in
here.
front of him, and he's able to pick spots. So yes, he is.
Like this is the most rough
very,
shot
very
shit
sharp,
I've
and his
ever
brain's
seen,
really good.
and
He
I've
just sees
watched the
everything coming
XFL.
soon.
Like
And
this,
Derek Brunson is a guy,
this
when you
is
read off
like
those accolades,
this
Goldberg,
is low.
you
Like this
forget
is
how
a
good he
this is a
was.
race to the
Because he
bottom
wasn't
for
the
mixed martial
flashiest
arts.
Nope, no draft tracker, no list, nothing. Just the link to this video.
Wow.
Which again, we don't see it. Terrible production. I'm getting pissed. Have you never seen a draft before? Any of these people?
So good.
No, apparently not.
You're reading those off. I'm like, that's right. He was so
Like,
so
I don't
good.
get it.
He's still damn good.
And now they could be saying, well, we don't want to do it like every other league and every other sport does a draft. We want to do our own thing. That's how you do a draft, though. That's how drafts work and how you do it. You got to put a ticker at the bottom so we know who was picked. I hate all of this. I want you to do well, but so far, you're shitting the bed on this broadcast.
This is probably one of the most rough broadcasts I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen our own podcast.
You're gonna have your hands full. Yeah.
Like this is nothing.
That's a low
but,
bar.
like,
Absolutely. The Queen's Gambit.
it's not passing it, Tim. It's hitting it. It's knocking it off pretty low.
In the draft.
Like
And Darren, now we've got another 3-team picks come in.
3-team picks. Here we are.
Undefeated welterweight from Argentina, Carlos Petruzella.
Who picked him? You stepped over the name again, right? The city.
Sao Paulo.
With the 18th overall pick.
New York.
Women's bantamweight
New York.
from the United States of America, the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm.
Yeah, of course.
Ray Longo.
And let us not forget, at pick 16, Yoel Romero, going to Miami. So that's special.
I wonder where Eric Stoltz was.
Holly Holm just sat with us in the booth 2 weeks ago in Albuquerque at our bare knuckle event.
Sam,
Forget the
what the fuck's his name? Sam,
First of all, she's a tremendous fighter.
mustache.
She's in the
Sam,
International
what's his
Boxing
name?
Hall of Fame.
Elliott?
He has
Sam
the
Elliott
biggest win
is
in
just smacking him
female
around at his
UFC
mom's house,
history.
or smacking
Melbourne,
her around in the
Australia, when
house.
she finished Ronda Rousey, who was
He
unbeaten
was
at that
unmasked.
time. The preacher's daughter does it all, and she's a
So
very
New
special
York
person.
chooses.
A really good broadcaster. I say, hey, I'm going to help you get
Wait,
some gigs.
I'm
Well, she got another
confused.
gig, doesn't she, Robin?
They didn't announce the third fighter,
She's just the best
or
of
did
the
they?
best. And when she retires one day,
No,
I
who's
couldn't
Carlos? What does that even say?
soon. We'll remember
Carlos
her as a
Petrozzella, but Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero was drafted, but we don't know by who.
And we got her.
And you're getting a great team leader.
Yoel Romero was drafted.
Leader's been at the highest level.
I didn't hear Yoel's name.
And she was so well respected. So
I only heard Holly Holm
And Miami, of course,
and
Yoel Romero. That's basically his home now.
Miami is where he's
That
going
is
to
a
be.
true
Okay.
competitor.
Yeah, true.
Which, of course, he's going to be in Miami. Again, fake draft. Fake draft.
Man, if you think you're tough, I want you to stand next to Yoel.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one trade.
I have no idea how.
Yeah, there should
You
be.
tell me 21.
I don't think they're going to like trade positions. I honestly.
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, they talked to all these, especially the names. Like, where do you want to fight? That's what they asked them. I mean, come on.
But the other thing,
Like, this is so low rent. Like, I'm embarrassed for these guys right now. Like, they blew the budget on the background. It looks like.
The truth is, other than some graphic things, so we knew what the fuck's going on, I don't know what else they really could be doing. I mean, they can't show fight highlights because they were all in different companies, right? All they have is the AI shit. It seems a little disorganized, but other than that, I don't know what else they really could do. I think the panel's doing their best. I don't think they're doing anything wrong. Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything wrong.
You're right. And congratulations, Sao Paulo's pick, Carlos Petrozzella. He is in the
Carlos
GFL
Petrozzella is going to Sao
Yeah, and talking
Paulo.
about Sao Paulo, we do have their general manager, the legend.
You say
himself,
Seth Petruzzelli?
like heavyweight champion.
Petrozzella.
Lyoto Machida standing by. Lyoto, good to see
Front
you.
kick himself, Lyoto
Really
Machida.
good. Talk to us about your picks so far. You've got a legend, you've got a prospect, you've got somebody who's undefeated. What was the thought process behind those initial picks?
That Petrozzella kid, yeah, they said he was undefeated.
Carlos is a guy from Argentina. He's undefeated. I think he's
Nice.
a well-rounded.
How old is he?
Can submit the guy.
Let's
see.
Or you look, whatever. I don't care.
And I think
Somebody look.
It's a good for my team. And Holly Holm too, right?
Even if this was a fake draft,
Thank you for the subscription, whoever you are.
yes, thank you. Even if this was a fake draft, I would make it look like a real. I would have them in fake war rooms, eating donuts and throwing coffees against the wall.
To the bank, great.
I make it look like the movie Draft Day with Kevin
I'm
Costner.
learning little by little. You know the story, right? But I want to go back to that day in Rio de
13.
Janeiro.
He's 13-0, 27 years old, so he's a young buck. He's a prospect.
And you took me to the store next door. And what'd you
See
get me?
where he's been.
I got you Guaraná.
Yes.
Yes.
Ground or
A powder that gives you
SFT. He was also fighting in another
Did you feel right?
Absolutely. I do
SFH.
feel it. It's still in my system, Lyoto.
Looks like he's fought only in like
Sensei.
South America,
Got a lot of
through
energy, Sensei Machida.
Argentina and all those.
How old is he?
places.
For you, martial arts is
27
a way of
years
life, it's a
old.
philosophy.
Oh, our youngest guy so far.
Your life as a martial artist.
Yeah, our
These
youngest
attributes of
fighter on
honor
the
and
in this
respect
whole
and
thing.
integrity and these
Oh boy.
things that are elemental to you as a martial artist, will they be represented?
27 to 47. That's insane.
Of course, for me, this is the main.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
The main thing for me is
this is crazy. If you really look at this whole thing, you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Well, again, we're giving them a lot of shit, but in reality, I don't know what else they could have possibly done. I don't think they have anything else. They're doing interviews with the coaches and stuff. They're trying their best to analyze all the picks. Other than some graphic stuff I wish they change, I don't really know what they could possibly have done. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let's see
So we're
what
giving
she
them
got.
shit, but I think, I mean, when you can't show highlights, which they can't because they were all, most of them were in different companies. You don't have anything else. You don't have, what else are you gonna show? You don't have anything.
Yeah.
So I unless they went out and got like just gym footage of everybody, like they can't. I think they're doing the best they possibly could.
Gym footage would have been actually a pretty good B-roll for this.
I miss you too. You're one of the
You're gonna get
kindest
120 sets of
not just in combat sports.
Fucking B-roll, yeah. Hopefully in a studio in front of a fucking black or green screen so you can chroma something in.
I would get myself a Mel Kiper type character to come in and just talk about how the picks are all bad.
If this league
I had him as a 4th round pick. Yeah.
If this does more than 3 shows, when they do the 2026 draft, we will create that character. Only if they create if they end up doing a 2026 draft.
Call him Mel Kiper.
I'm down. But it's set in stone right now. 139 to 140. Mel Kiper will be a character.
Mel
on that
Griper.
show. Mel Griper. I like it, but still.
Miami chooses.
Oh my God, John Jones.
The only Yoel Romero. Congratulations.
Ah, there it is.
That's why they didn't announce it.
Oh,
Because they had a. Okay, now we get it.
Wow. They paid John Jones. Dana's boy. Dana's boy just
They
showed
just
up
paid
on
his
the
cameo
DFL.
fee. That cost $80.
He was pressured, I think.
You guys know that promoters' jobs is to convince people.
Hold on. What is John Jones? If he's
I don't-
on cameo.
I don't know.
Look
I
it
think
up.
is cameo still up? I thought they shut it down.
No, it's up. Cap cuts no more. I know that.
What a round 3 we just had. We got to talk
Cameo.
about that Tony Ferguson pickup and also go back to the first round.
Why?
Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee posted on his Instagram stories earlier today.
I think just it would be more fun is if like they did it like
He captioned it.
the NFL draft where like there's representatives from each team in that studio, the same studio where they're announcing the picks. They're in tables, they got landlines, they're making phone calls, they're making trades. That's what I fucking want. That's what I want in the draft. I want to see someone pissed throwing shit around. I want to see a runner who's running around with a card with a pick on it. I want that shit.
John Jones is not on cameo, so they paid him.
Maybe they just asked him to do it. It took 8 seconds.
This is different. Pretty exciting watching everyone get drafted. So we have
Dana
much more
may be
coming
pissed
up
about
and,
that.
I doubt he's gonna care. He's John Jones.
It's like you ain't fighting Tom Aspinall, but you got time to make a fucking draft thing for the GFL, you piece of shit.
Picks at a time, 3 teams at a time. Darren, who's next?
3 teams. Here we go.
The 19th overall pick in the GFL draft, New York selects Melissa Amaya. Sao Paulo,
Okay.
the 20th overall selection. From
Sao
Argentina,
Paulo.
the undefeated Camila Reynoso. And then Miami at pick 21, women's atomweight from Russia, Natasha Kuzatina.
We're getting forward to the
All
draft where I
unknown
don't know
women.
who these people are.
All unknown women being.
Well, I'm sure one of them is from New Jersey. I'm guessing. One of Longo's.
La 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 mamba.
Probably, but yeah, they're trying. I want them to actually have a solid
It's
women's
fascinating that
division in the GFL. I mean, Holly Holm,
rhythm that they
she's at
all
135, I think, so she's gonna be the like face of that. But do we really need her to be the face? I think
Same points.
the unknown women that are fighting right now, they're gonna.
I want
be
them to
the ones
bring
we're
back
gonna be really
Antitka.
looking at. The who?
I said I want them to bring back Antitka.
And then Argentina comes into play.
Oh, Invicta?
Also adds a pick.
What did I say?
Intitka?
Argentina's in.
Oh, I get it because women.
Russian
No, you said that.
I know I did.
So congratulations to Natasha as well. Those are we're starting
But
to
yeah,
see
I don't know any of those women.
And again,
Me
4
neither.
points, 4 points. Doesn't
All right,
matter
we're at
what
21,
doesn't
I
matter who
think.
you're fighting.
Pick 21.
I'm surprised.
We got.
When are they just? When is he just going to come out with a scroll and just read 45 names at once?
Sticking in front of her. Now she's pages.
Yeah, they'll probably start doing rapid fire. They've got to. I mean, this has not been a great outing for the GFL.
Again, I don't know how much better they could have done it with what they have. I don't.
for Team Miami standing by.
Like, what else do you want him to do? If you have an idea, tell me. But
Nice to see you both, and start with you, Tiago. What do you think of your picks so
I'm gonna go
far?
take a leak real quick because I have to pee.
I was very confident in our picks.
I would just sit here and watch this quietly.
Champions. One guy that fought for the UFC belt many times, and the new prospect, Natasha. I actually know Natasha very well. We know Natasha very well. She is a killer. We're very excited for her, to compete and show all her skills.
Again, the draft isn't real.
It's going to be fun to watch. And Tiago, good to see you again, my friend. And also, Coach Conan, it's been too long. Thank you, Tiago. It's been way too long, Coach. You guys have always had that bond down at American Top Team. It's Brazil 2.0, or it's the U.S. home of Brazilian fighters. You guys together, as you've been for most of your life, I love the smile on both your faces right now.
Yes, of course. We work together daily basis anyway, so we know each other really well. I mean, it's going to be incredible. I believe so much in for the structure. I can't go without saying that the structure, the benefits, and I feel then GFL comes with the gold age of MMA, like using the president's words, the gold age of MMA. So I believe so much that a lot of the fighters is going to have so much to give, to show in GFL.
Coach Alves, you guys chose JDS first overall as your first pick when it got to you. You see him every day. Is this guy, when we saw him fight bare knuckle, he was moving incredibly. Has he turned back the clock? Why does he look so good right now?
Steroids.
I think it's just
TRT.
He's really comfortable on his skin. He knows what he's all about. And
The needles he puts in his skin. Have they talked about drug testing? Is there any of that in this league?
I don't think there's drug testing. I think it's actually TRT is in the insurance. I'm really thinking like the insurance policy comes
When you sign your contract, you get a knock on your door and it's UPS with a bunch of syringes.
Vitor Belfort is gonna make a resurgence at 55, just taking tests. He's gonna fucking just. He's gonna look like Uber Titor back in the day, like. Oh, Maheta's part of this. I found that out.
You know what this feels like? This has vibes of when they did the MMA awards. Like they're trying to do stuff, fighting's trying to do stuff that other people in different sports and stuff do, and it just comes out real weird.
It does. So this is Team Miami.
Oh man, holy shit! Is that Doc Lundgren's wife from Rocky IV?
Dude, that is absolutely the most handsome woman I've ever seen.
Is she engaged to
in my
that dude
fucking
from the Jets?
And Natasha is the first prospect.
Whoa, look at man! That is the most Russian woman I've ever seen.
That bitch is
Conan, you have
fucking.
great confidence.
She is a
Going
potato farmer.
That might be my new favorite fighter.
right at the top
What's
of
her
this
name?
one. I said,
Natasha
Who doesn't want to revisit
Kunitsa or
Mount
something
Rushmore
like that.
Again and again and again. Right, my friend?
Kunzina or something. Yeah, it's like
I
that.
agree with you 100%. I think that GFL is going to bring.
What's it start with?
Is going to bring the. What people
No,
really
Natasha is her name.
and then the
Right.
day
And then
is
it's
to
like
show the team together.
KUN.
Oh, I got it.
I'm excited
Kuzentina?
to see
Kuzentina,
them
yeah.
get ready. I wish they
Okay.
would
How old
start
is she?
fighting next week. That's what I wanna
She
start with.
is 35.
Oh, she's the
thank you
young
Yeah.
buck
so
on
much
this
for joining us. I
fucking
wish you were
Miami
starting
team.
next week as well,
She's
because
7-1. Looks like
great
was
team.
she
We
an
can't wait to see who
is
else
that
is here.
Olympics? Was she an Olympian? Hold
Who else
on.
is here? GFL.
Check
Thank
it
you.
out.
Tell Junior.
I'm
I'm
interested.
reading.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know.
All women
Brilliant.
too.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna
women
move
in
us
that
along now.
round
We're
right
still live
there.
here
So
at
I'm
the
kind
GFL
of
draft. We're still
there.
down
I'm
for
interested
Again,
to see.
not a real draft.
Pick 22.
We have more
London
picks.
selects featherweight, the Pikey. Brett Johns. Los
Brett
Angeles,
Johns?
4th round pick. Is an all-time bantamweight. You know him as the California Kid, Uriah Faber. Ooh.
Again, LA. It's fake. Fake draft.
Special guest to introduce the next pick for Dubai.
Pick up.
Rollerball.
Round.
Oleg
GFL
Taktarov, baby.
Dubai selects heavyweight
from Russia, the undefeated Ali Isayev.
Ali
That
Isayev.
was well done. And you know what? I mean,
Check this Ali Isayev character out, Tim. What is?
Tell you what, that guy's pick announcement had Marty Malloy vibes.
Dude, Oleg.
And I say that with
Oleg's
love.
the man. Do you remember Oleg Tektarov?
Yeah. We watched him in that
Fucking
stupid
Yama
ramp
pit
fighting.
to me, I think California.
Yama pit fighting, baby. If we get where we can start doing a paywall, we'll start watching
Anyway,
old MMA.
that Russian chick with the terrifying hair is she was a judoka and she won bronze in Rio in 16.
The leader of the team, the captain of the team, he's a great pick. I'm surprised he didn't go. I'm surprised he didn't go.
How about
early.
this Ali Isayev kid? I want to know more about him. I'm interested. Because Oleg Tektarov announcing him gives me kind of an MMA Woody. I'm not gonna lie, like that makes me feel happy. Tektarov was also in the 2000 Pride tournament too.
I can't spell any of these names, dude.
I-S-A-E-V Ali as in Muhammad, and then ISAEV or EAV. I can't remember.
Hard-nosed, tough fighters.
Oh, here we go.
I was going to say, well, have you been to Wales?
So congratulations to those guys, and I'm so excited, Caroline, about your run.
He's 41.
41?
If this is the same guy.
Dude, he's 9-0 in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, 9-0-1.
41 though?
He's 41, yeah.
Okay, I kind of retract my statement, but he is 9-0. So I'm like, he may do pretty well. Javier Mendez on the screen right now.
I mean, his last fight was in 2023, so it wasn't like he just started late.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's 9-0. So, and in this,
His last fight was the draw for Bellator in February of 2023. So it's been like 2 years. But he fought Josh Rosehalt in to win the PFL tournament, and that was in 19. So he hasn't fought too much lately. But.
Well, I mean, he's 41.
Yeah, but guys in this league are 47. That's nothing.
Dude, he's gonna run through some of these guys at 9-0. I think.
You know the obvious reasons. He's not really an AK guy. He's trained with you before, maybe back in the day, but he's really not an AK guy. So that's why I was just a little surprised he was your number one pick when looking at the full roster.
Well, basically, Tyron and I
We're what?
get along really
4 or
well.
5 each.
I think the most disappointing part of this to me really is that it's clear that this is not an all the way real draft. There may have been a couple, maybe, but when like obviously Faber was going to be in LA, obviously Weidman was going to be like. I don't think this was a real draft too much. There may have been a few real picks. There may have been a few. I'm not saying there's none, but I think most of this is like, hey, I'll sign, but I'm going to be in team whatever.
Probably.
Which fine as long as they don't lie about it. I don't like being lied to.
I know. This feels like, dude, this feels like a big money.
This is
grab.
like
this just.
Well, what doesn't? I was just about to say this sounds like a pro wrestling style draft, but doesn't pro wrestling have a draft?
WWE does a draft every year, and like guys switch shows, or there's like a waiver system.
Right. And again, it's also fake, right? So
Javi, I asked this earlier.
yeah, they kind of pick like, hey, you're going this place, you're going this place, and we're doing it tomorrow.
Former champions, Cardio Cain Velasquez is your GM. So I've got to ask you the same question. Does that make Cain your boss all of a sudden after all these years?
This is Dubai's management team. Cain can't be on. Cain will never be his boss, says Javier Mendez. I love that.
He'll never be my boss.
I love it. I love it.
Love it. Coach, for our
it's
audience
the
watching in
legal.
North America, you've relocated
paying
to
his
Dubai,
legal
and
defense.
Tyron's there. There's a whole fight culture and a combat identity over there. Tell us a little bit about how it's different to coach and train fighters and grow as martial artists in Dubai.
Well, in Dubai, it's a whole new system. They're not really used to the hard training. They're not really used to the.
Well,
the
yeah, because they're
lifestyle of
fucking
fighters
oil
just yet,
rich and their
but they're eager
hands
to
are
learn,
fucking
and
light.
they're
Those
very
fucking
ambitious, and their willingness
goddamn people.
to come and learn
How
here.
dare
It's
you
pretty
not
impressive.
work
So,
with your
you know,
hands?
it's gonna take a little bit of
Although they do
Stop
get
talking shit about me.
$100,000,
there,
I think,
but it'll
the
work out. It'll work out really
so-
well in the end. I'm very excited.
Pretty cool.
To see what we can produce. And remember, you know,
I'd live
if I have
there.
one
Try
week,
I also don't like that these teams don't have their own logos.
real good ones. So the
It's a team sport.
Yeah.
You should have merch and logos.
Yeah, like
You don't
what do-
necessarily need team names, but you need merch and logos. And there should be a stage. When you get picked, you walk out, you put on a hat. Come on, it's a draft. It's a draft.
Yeah, there's. I think though they're doing this low budget to save up for their live event fucking budget that they gotta blow.
They can make logos with AI. They made all their video with AI.
Yes, they did.
By the way, I think you can these AI logo makers. You can pay by the week. You pay $8 for a week, and we can make us a new logo. We just how many polls it would take in a week.
Okay. How much is it?
I think
It's like $8 for a week.
never going to be your boss either.
All right, I'll
He's
send
a
you $5.
Well, don't do it yet. I gotta pay a distributor to get this music on Spotify.
Rams title defense as well. There he is.
Although I just got an email and they just offered me 35% off, so it's like $17 for a year.
VIP of the GFL.
Ooh, do it up.
So I probably won't do it.
Anchor, bro.
But I don't want to spend any more money.
Why
until I
is
come back to
Marlon
Vegas.
Moraes on this fucking
Marlon,
shit?
Tell me about your excitement for the potential of competing in 2025 under GFL.
Listen,
Is he picked yet?
No, he's just
Oh,
draft
oh.
eligible.
He's head of the GFL Athlete Association.
My title multiple times.
Fucking, they voted him head of the union. I wouldn't trust this motherfucker as far as I could throw him.
He's a good friend of mine since
Why? Because the bald head makes him look like a Bond villain who would take away.
Because he doesn't have hair. That's why.
Fucking.
I don't like his shoes.
I knock people out.
Yeah, he doesn't have hair. I mean, I don't trust the. This Tully
He
Savalas
does look like a
motherfucker.
John
How
Wick
dare you.
henchman. He looks like a John Wick henchman. He does, but still.
He does.
And I feel good. I had some
He looks
time
like an
off.
extra in
Didn't
the
John
Matrix
die in
fucking
John Wick
4?
4?
Yes.
And with your role as the GFL, as
Fucking-
the head of the GFL,
And the vote must have just been a bunch of guys just going, yeah, that's fine. Marlon
You know
can
what?
do it.
I think it would be hilarious. What if the GFL strikes right away? Because there's a fighter union. They're like before they even one fight, they're just like, nope, we're not crossing the picket line.
I'm gonna fight for both sides.
Well, we are lucky to have you there as a communication source.
No, yeah,
between
I can see that
fighters
totally
and the
happening.
league
Sorry,
itself.
my
Thank you so much,
shit
Marlon.
froze.
We cannot wait to see.
But no, I
what
could
we,
definitely see that
get from you in
happening. Where like
2025.
the first show they don't even do because the fighters are on strike.
GFL is a global battle of 16 from
And
4
come
countries
after us, by the
on
way,
4
GFL,
continents.
for fucking
London,
showing your shit.
Dubai,
I
Sao
dare you
Paulo,
to give us a
Miami,
strike.
Los
No, I don't
Angeles,
think
We're
they will.
giving you fucking publicity, bitch.
Moss is watching it. Moss is watching it. It'll be fine.
How? What did he say, by the way?
He was just doing a call to action and
Oh, okay.
reading comments, and that's what I'm assuming the whole show is. It's him just reading comments.
For sure.
And then when they make a pick, he turns the volume on. I'm fine with it, except for getting a point for a loss. I don't think you should get any points for any loss.
No, this isn't the NHL, man. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, the NHL does
I don't
that
like
where it's
that.
like a point or like a half point if it's like a overtime or it goes to overtime or something. I think it's a point if everybody gets a point if you go to overtime in the NHL during the regular season. Boo. So bad. Like, this is odd. I don't know really how to like put this as an onlooker. Like, this is strange to me. I've never seen a draft handled this poorly in my life.
Well, again, I keep saying it. I don't know what else they could have
I know
possibly
it's
done.
fake, but again, put some fucking effort into this.
What else could they have possibly done other than graphics? They should do a little bit better with graphics.
That's what. Yeah.
But that's it. Other than graphics, so we all know what's going on all the time.
We have our
a ticker
own
at the
ticker
bottom,
right here.
Right, a ticker at the bottom. Maybe we should have been filling up the ticker. Maybe we should have.
Yeah, but we didn't know who was going where until they announced it. So it's like, and we don't have.
Yeah, but that's
somebody
when
that
you
can
update
just-
the ticker. You update the ticker every time we get the information.
I know, but I gotta like go
It's all
back
right.
and forth between
No, it's all right.
StreamYard
It's not worth
and
it.
all that.
It's not worth it.
So
They should be
I
doing
think
it. Is the point?
We do. What?
They should be doing it. But yeah, there should be a ticker. Other than that, I don't know what else they could possibly be doing.
And I don't know why this isn't like we're coming up on 2 hours. Like I wasn't expecting it to go this long.
Well, they were only at like what 30 picks, not even.
Not even. Like I
So are they going to be doing this for a few more hours, just like this? Because they're going to
if
run
it
out
goes
of
on for
hard
a few more
steam.
hours, I'm calling the stream because this can't like this is not the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like this was not knock my socks off. I said it in the description tonight. Fucking this is either
Again,
gonna be
I don't know what else they could have done, but
again, besides just putting some like graphics that you can pop to.
I mean, they could put a lot of
while
money
they're
into it and
talking.
make it a spectacle, right? They could have invited the first 20 guys or 20
Dude,
fighters to a
here's the
location.
thing.
And
Here's the thing, dude.
Okay, I
You
was
could
talking,
fucking
but okay.
get some fucking intern with a goddamn graphic design degree to make all this shit really quickly and then pop it up. Like where it can, he just throws it into fucking the TriCaster and you just press the button.
I am saying I think we're being a little hard on them.
We're not being hard on him.
No, we are, because I don't know what else they could have possibly done. Other than there's like 5 or 6 graphic things I wish they had on here. That's about it. Because it feels a little disorganized. Other than that, I don't know what else they could have done.
That's what really
With, like,
frustrates me about it.
With their budget and things. I mean, they're doing interviews back and forth, right? They're doing. So I don't really know if there's a whole lot else they could have possibly done. Really, unless they invited all the draftees to a city and then put them on stage and shit. But no one cared. If they could have had a live audience, but I don't think anyone would have gave a shit about that.
I could see that. Well, here's the thing to that point. I will say.
But
I
also
wasn't
the draft's
expecting-
fake. That's the biggest problem with it, is that the draft is clearly fake.
I wasn't expecting like a fucking crowd or an audience, but I was expecting some fucking chyrons, some fucking, like you said, tickers across the thing, some lower third showing who picked who in the round, like just to keep the reminder of
And also, like,
who
coming
is
up,
who
interview
and where
with
people are coming.
Right. Coming up.
Exactly.
Next, interview with whoever. Or what, yeah, all those things.
Like it just feels this whole thing has just felt disjointed. The
A
entire
little thrown
time.
together.
Like
A little thrown together.
Like,
But I don't think they could have done more than about 15% better, honestly.
well,
Maybe 20.
yeah, I'm not. I think there's definitely a lot of deficiencies in this broadcast, and my problem with it too is the timeline of of this whole thing. I mean, they announced this months ago. We talked about it at least like a month or two ago. And you don't have your production in the fucking TriCaster ready to go? Dude.
I mean, they have a little bit, obviously.
Little.
You know, because they have stuff like this. You know, this is fun. Here comes the new thing. Okay, this is Team Dubai. Okay, so there's a bunch of picks they haven't announced.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. It was
So
all
they
about-
aren't they
Joe
almost
had
done
said-
here?
Joe said it a
It
million
looks
times.
like
when
they're
I'm sitting next
finishing
to him.
up now.
You can dictate where
Okay.
the fight takes place if you can wrestle.
So
And
this
yeah, you
is
got
the
graphic
entire
heavy
Team
roster
Dubai
for
right
Team
here.
Dubai.
Yeah, and I mean,
The rest
it
of
was-
their
it was
picks.
Coach Mendez who tipped
Todd
his hat
Duffy
to
there in
that,
the corner.
But yeah, take a look.
Yeah,
Brock
How many
Holt.
Magomedovs have you got on that one?
Tim
They
Arveliv.
put
Yeah, they get some
Brock Holt
fighters
in
on
there,
here.
who still moves like a ninja in his own right. And
Yeah,
Todd Duffy
my
just
one
smashes
big one
that dude's
is
Now the weird
Brock
thing is
Holt.
like now they're just by the way all these other people, so there's clearly a fake draft. So that they were doing the draft part and they're like, oh yeah, here's the rest of the teams. They announced like 5 or 6 per team and then they're just pushing everybody else in. So
Yeah.
that's what I don't like either. If you're gonna do a draft, make it a draft. Do
Yeah,
a real
that's
draft.
why I'm saying this is very disjointed. Like,
My least favorite part is that it's clearly not real.
yeah,
This isn't a real draft, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. If you're gonna do a draft, do a real draft.
You don't see it. It drives me absolutely nuts.
If you're gonna pretend that's how you put this is done by a legitimate real draft, then make it look like one.
performance that maybe
It's not though.
sometimes
That's
was
the
not
that's the
smartest way to fight.
heart-wrenching
Then stop
part
lying.
about this whole thing.
Here you gotta
Or
win.
lie better.
First
One or the
line,
other.
first line, you can finish with
Yeah.
a triangle choke. You can
Dude,
finish with a rear neck.
you can do so much with confidence and fucking sparkles. Like
Smarter, more
it's
strategic.
Well, you're right. If we put this together, we'd have like a war. We'd have fake war rooms, right? We'd have tables up front where there's like guys throwing sandwiches at like interns and shit.
just a fucking
Running around with
stream cam in a corner of a room and people
right. Some
reacting,
intern
going,
is
yeah,
is
yeah.
is sprinting to the desk with a draft card. He falls down like broadcast news. Right, he falls down, drops the card.
With the 68th pick in the 2025 draft, Los Angeles selects Grant Neal.
Don't know Grant Neal?
There you go.
Not a white man runs a football. What?
Look at this fucking lunatic. 9-2.
Is that Jeff's uncle?
Grant Neal is a guy who wants to prove a point, but more so than anything,
Debo's
I wanna
uncle.
tell you
Look at
this.
that motherfucker.
Christian McCaffrey would not be where he is today if it weren't
They
for
paid
high
Christian
power,
McCaffrey
powerful
for
partner,
this.
Brendan Shaw. And you can be
I feel
humble, but
bad for
it's
the
true.
people that
It's
got
true.
money
It's true. Yeah,
to
you're
show their
10%.
faces
No,
on this
he,
whole thing.
I did coach when he was a kid. I was friends with his dad. Ed
So
McCaffrey.
weird.
He'd do a football camp every summer, and there was this. He was like 8 years old maybe, and I was like, God, that kid's special. And Ed goes, "That's my son." I went, "Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense." Super at 8, outlier, complete freak.
How old were you then? How old are you?
I'm as old as Yoel Romero, my bad.
How old are you?
Let's
I'd
get
love
the
to
full
know.
Los Angeles team, of which we've already revealed one. But this
All right,
is
they're
like
about to
Robin
announce
Black, though.
LA's team.
City of Angels coming right up.
Orlowski, Uriah Hall,
Number 2 pick.
Uriah
overall,
Faber,
Super Sage Northcutt.
Rashad Evans, Frank Mir. What is going on?
They're not even trying.
Chad Mendez. That's where you get your steroids from Chad
Cynthia
Mendez.
Calvillo.
She's going to be Team Los Angeles. Yes. Next season,
Corey McKenna can fight.
that will be led by Alima Lake.
I love Tyler
Oh,
Diamond.
yeah,
I look forward to that
Cynthia
guy.
Carvillo. I didn't know she wasn't on the UFC roster anymore. I honestly
Yeah,
didn't know.
Calvillo got cut a while ago.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it on the show.
Man, we probably did.
Frank Mir, are you kidding me?
Well,
Ronaldo
I don't
and that
remember
guy?
fucking
Andre
shows,
Arlovski,
man. Like, it's just stream of consciousness. Let's fucking
Ray Borg.
go.
I
Turn
mean,
the
there's
shit
a,
on.
I mean, there's
have a
legit.
good
The
time.
thing is, they have a lot of legitimate fighters on this roster, so we could have some
They
really
do.
good fights. It could happen. I mean, we probably will have some good fights. We will also have some sad fights. We will have some sad old man fights.
Oh, yes, we will. I'm so excited for those.
Who's the youngest heavyweight? Because I hope that guy just beats the hell out of all these old dudes. Is there a heavyweight on this roster under 35?
Yeah, very few people.
That would be a
can move like
careful
Uriah Hall.
planning thing on them not.
Gonna say, I bet there isn't.
I-
I bet there isn't.
Watching him knock out Gegard
Oh, wow.
But also, I have a feeling that we're going to have a hard time finding the rosters when it comes to their website. It's not going to be easy to find.
Lorenz Larkin, by the way, was on Team LA too. I saw his name as they were taking the graphic off.
That's Barry's son, Hall of Famer Barry Larkin's son.
Gegard got that one back too.
It's insane.
No misinformation on this show either, by the way. No,
Ever.
you only tell the truth.
It is El Kukui, Tony Ferguson, who joins us live.
We
Oh,
don't want you.
Look,
No.
look at both of those guys and tell me either of them should still be fighting. Look at that.
Movers.
Love it, love it. Tony, let me
Dude,
start with you, Tony.
they're smoking
Can we
hella
expect
weed
the
right
same
now. Like they're
dynamic,
just like
fighting style?
California
highest they've
bud.
Yeah, man. I lost.
I will say,
Years.
Mm-hmm.
This organization to moving to this one. I've played that sport.
I want to listen to what
that
Tony's
company
saying
and
here.
Did every single side quest I possibly could. So when this came up, I was excited for it. I mean, I've been wrestling since I was little. I played many sports at the top level, but individual sports and team sports. This is completely different. And I like the format because you can see when you're putting in the work, you're not just earning it for yourself, you're earning points for the team. Kind of like wrestling. Javier Mendez was talking about how you're earning points not just for yourself, you're earning points for your team. And I've been looking for something like this for a very long time. So I'm
Could end up being a positive. I hope it is.
You always are. You always put on a show, Tony. I'm excited to call more of your fights. And
man, if he gets knocked out. one more
also,
time,
you're right, buddy. It's so good to see
ended.
you. And it's
What's up,
interesting
buddy?
because we haven't seen each other in a couple of years.
I saw
I don't think
Uriah
you've
fight
had a haircut
actually.
those couple of years.
Some at UFC 203.
Yeah,
He was
I've
on
been
that
doing
card
much being a dad
in
and,
Cleveland. They
all these
brought
different things
him.
still. You know, I did
I
a
think he
little
fought like
competing last year just for fun. Went against a couple world
who did he
champions in
fight?
jiu-jitsu, and you know, I like to test myself still.
Shit, can't
And
remember.
actually, this whole sequence of events was kind of like serendipitous. I basically had started this new project, gotten this
Look at the
process
hair.
called 100.com, and I just given a speech to my team about the sensei. If it weren't for Father Time, the sensei.
It's Johnny
that was
Bravo.
90 years old,
No,
he was
it's
planet.
Tony Ferguson, and we don't
You
want
know,
him to
if they could
fight.
just
Like, I don't want him
keep
fighting.
Mother Nature and
Johnny
stay
Bravo's
young,
uncle we don't
etc.
talk about.
I've been working on getting myself
Bobby
to reverse aging. You
Bravo.
know that guy, you know, the don't die
Bruno
guy.
Bravo.
My buddy,
He looks like a big
Tyler
baby.
Smith. Yeah,
Mm.
my guy Tyler Smith.
Hello,
I've been
Twitter
on this
world.
whole
This is
approach for, like,
yours
reverse
truly.
aging. So I've been on this like cutting edge protocol.
Why
And
did
the
you?
first thing I did was get my blood test. It's a company called 100.com, and they basically said without
I
doing
wanted to
anything,
cut out
that I
what he was
was,
saying.
Hold on, I want to hear this.
you know, at the testosterone and health of a healthy 26-year-old. And that was the beginning. That was before I did any protocol and whatnot.
He's on
Next day after
test.
that, I've given this speech. I talked to my guy in my business group who's launching this company.
He could
and
say
started
his
the process.
testosterone is
I get a call
it's
to
test,
be on
bro.
this thing, and what an opportunity! I
No one
saw
wants to
a
fight
number
Romero.
of
That's gonna be a
losses
fucking
that
really interesting. Yoel Romero in Miami is
I
gonna
was
be an
filling
interesting
in,
one for sure.
and he was filling in for Dominic Cruz.
He's
when he
probably
was
gonna be
injured.
the
second
stud
time,
on
I
that
was filling
team
in for
too.
Dominic Cruz when he got injured. Both times I never got a fair shake. So hopefully I'll line up against that dude at some point because that's what I like to get back, and I'm having fun competing. And I feel, hey, the blood test says I'm 26. I knew it in my heart.
I need that blood.
Yeah,
test.
because you're on testosterone, my guy. Like, sorry.
What does the blood test say? It says you're 48. Hold on. What about now?
Uriah Faber.
Have you
and
met my
Mike
friend
Brown. Mike Brown is now
Adrenochrome?
one of the best coaches, and you know him very well, Tony. Mike Brown's one of the best coaches out there, and Uriah.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, share it
Why
out.
why
Share
isn't
this
Matt
show out.
Brown in the GFL? That's what I want. I want Matt
Dude,
Brown in the GFL.
He would have been the best in the GFL. Just immortal playing over the fucking loudspeaker. Him wearing those dumb black gloves with the GFL logo, knowing he's probably going to get some poor sap's blood on him. Like, Matt Brown would have been fantastic in
trying to bring them up to speed.
Who knows if he got,
Your knowledge
did he
base
get
grows,
asked?
and then, grows. And so, being able to take all that knowledge and still feel healthy. I kind of proved
Dude,
it last
he's on
year. I did a
juice.
match with
Like,
Viviana Fernandez out in
maybe
ADXC,
Matt Hughes.
who was fighting competitively and won a
Surprised
feud,
he's actually not a coach.
over there.
Like, they're stealing everybody from UFC. It's
Who drafted
kinda
Pat
weird.
Militich?
Before that, Jeff Glover. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's roll the dice.
Here,
and,
New York's
I love the
interested.
new
I don't
format.
know.
love representing Cali and
Ray Longo needs a co.
I am curious if
co-captain.
anyone asked him to be involved in any way.
have a lot of fun and
Is he? Would he be on the?
Although I do
forget.
forget he was canceled.
It's only right that you're in
Yeah,
Team
but
LA
it's
and
been
Tony,
long
I'll come back
enough.
to
I
you.
mean,
Uriah's talking there about rematches with Hen and
Well,
Brown.
it's more than one
Are there any
thing.
fights that you would like? Any rematches? Any sort of new fights? That
Oh,
you think
God.
you could
No,
see?
Mouse 95 said logos are coming. Okay, all right.
So it's
Well,
kind of
still.
crazy. I went through a period
Well-
of my life where nobody wanted to fight me. And then all of a sudden everybody wanted to fight me. And yeah, so it's kind of interesting how it goes. My whole life has kind of been like that. It's been ups and downs. Right. And so right now,
dude,
see a lot
I
of
don't
people
want him to
out there
fight.
doing dance
Like,
names.
this is hurting me to watch.
I don't want to see him fight. I don't want to see
This-
Frank Mir fight. I don't like.
I'm cool with Mir. He's
Well,
like,
all the heavyweights are old. So that I really
Yeah, I
wish
mean-
there was one 21-year-old that comes to fight all these old dudes.
Who knows? We need to see these full teams. If we see like people where it's like age 22, you're like, oh no, there's your
Do you think,
champions.
you think the Global Fight League would fold right away if Ferguson died in the cage?
And you were the greatest ever.
I mean, it would definitely be an Owen Hart situation.
Kind of co-sign you
And
fighting.
like, does the show go on?
No,
Like,
not that day. I mean, I feel like everyone should learn from the WWE and know that you don't do the show after someone dies. You hang it up. You tell everybody to go home. I mean, that's what the NFL did a couple years ago when they thought that guy died.
Yeah, they canceled the game, which they should have.
Yeah, they did the right thing. Yeah, I guess everyone was thinking, what's going on with that guy? Is he alive? Is he okay? And yeah, no one cared about football after that.
Immensely. You're talking about learning how to bounce back from losses and win.
But
Like, I could tell you
but do
already,
you
like,
think that
I grew up,
anyone
I have a handful of
involved
losses
in that broadcast, that football broadcast, thought in their head, "Oh, remember when this happened with wrestling?" And everyone said they were monsters for keeping going on. Yeah, we need to shut this down. Let's just shut this down.
Yeah, Vince.
I bet it was in someone's head. Like, you know, they had somebody made the mistake. They made the mistake, so no one's gonna make that mistake again.
I've been competing in sports for 35 years, man.
Yeah.
Sports. I have taken my very first break, Brandon.
I'm curious how much longer this is going to be. I mean, I thought maybe they'd be finished by 10 when I saw
they've
the
announced
rosters.
I think they've announced 3 full teams, so they got 3 more to go. I think Sao Paulo is still to be announced.
New York's the one I want to see. When I see New York, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah, New York, Dubai. I think Dubai has already been announced.
Go to the gym, and I didn't. I said, don't do it. Allow yourself to rest and heal. And it took everything I had to possibly let myself completely did that.
They are really trying to wring a lot out of El Kukui right
Well,
now.
no, he's trying to wring it out of himself. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious he's the kind of guy who, right now in his life, at least, he can't live without fighting.
Things made me stronger.
Yeah,
I think he's thought
one of those tragic cases for sure.
He thought about it. And he's like, "There's no fucking way. As long as he's gonna fight until people stop paying him to do so, and that's only gonna happen if it gets worse, which it may, which is terrifying." What was I gonna look for? Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
I don't want him to die. Like that's.
I'm thinking about retiring, but I'm thinking about boxing. I've been offered a match too. I can't really talk too much, but ever since I left, they didn't want to say Tony left. And I don't want to say I left either. And so we all left because I love this company. I love every company that I work for because I'm fucking so loyal. GFL is a new hits right now, doing new things. I love the way the commissioner's saying things he's doing.
What is the bankroll for GFL? Like that's what I really. I wish we could get like their finances and see how much their
Why?
is.
Why? I mean, the UFC never gives us theirs.
I know, but I would love to see this because he is really pumped, and it scares me, dude. I don't like the fact Tony Ferguson is fighting again. I don't like it. He should retire. Uriah, all right, Uriah, you want to hang out, cool, but like,
give me one fight that you want. It's a must fight for you in the GFL.
It's either they pick.
Man, I gotta see how this whole thing pans out. But I think I kind of already alluded to it. Barao, like I said, the first time I fought Barao, it was a very disappointing lead up to that fight. I was supposed to be the co-main event against Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva on UFC 100. I was kind of ripped out of that opportunity, which cost me a lot of things.
That wasn't the main event of UFC 100, was it? I thought that was Mir Lesnar.
I was getting pushed to go fight and fill in for Jose Aldo, who had fallen out of injury to the fight in Canada the next week after 100, and I felt like I was just like it was a terrible time, and I fought like I felt. I felt.
Where's this gonna be? Is this gonna be all DAZN? By the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing. Hopefully it's on YouTube for free. I mean, or else I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna pay money. You wouldn't think so. I mean, at least not a very expensive one. I mean, I would pay a $5 pay-per-view.
I said, you know what? I'm doing it anyway.
I feel like that's and that's not making a joke because you can still make a lot of money if you didn't, but still. What?
Herb Dean was asking me if I was okay.
If it's where you buy, like Bellator used to be. Do you remember when Bellator was on DAZN? It came with
Fox and Netflix. Netflix will really? Have they announced that?
And I said.
I don't know. I don't think they have a TV deal announced. I haven't heard a TV deal announced at all. But like, if you have to subscribe to DAZN for like a monthly subscription to watch this and it's included in the sub, I'll do it just so I can witness
Uriah,
whatever
thank you so
this
much for your
is
time, and one of the
over a
very few
season.
men
Like,
who
I
have
want to
fought
see
both
it.
Jose Aldo and Henry Barral. Bring it back again. Bring it back again. How about Tony's dream fight?
Let's see who Tony wants.
When you hear the likes of like a Dylan Dennis calling you out,
Because
you
my
fought
answer
him,
is
you
no
fought the
one,
legends,
but
you
that's
fought the highest
just
level.
me.
When you hear a guy like Dylan Dennis call you out, does that get a guy like Tony Ferguson out of bed?
I would love to
Is
see
that
him
a fight
fuck
that you
Dylan
would even
Dennis up.
consider
I
taking?
think he
Does
could
it do
fuck
anything
Dylan
for you?
Dennis up quick.
Check this out, Brandon. Have you ever been to a wrestling tournament, freestyle or a folk style wrestling
Yes,
tournament?
sir. Yes, sir.
Usually got the weigh-ins the day before, right? Sometimes you see your opponent. Sometimes you're not sure if they're in your same weight class, but you're there to do what? You're there to weigh in. Then the next day, right? Sometimes you go to the wrestling chart and you look.
Oh,
I used to do that when I first started wrestling. And then my dad, Jeff, he goes, "Why are you doing that?"
He's trying to get himself
He's like,
into
"If you're
this.
gonna
He's
win
not
this,
into this.
you got to quit looking at all this stuff. It doesn't matter who you have in front of
No,
you."
I
I
think
don't
he
think
is.
he's into this.
And it's been a long time.
I
think
really,
he is.
no, he's
because
talking himself up.
he just wants to fight. I feel like again, I don't think he can live without it. So I think he's
That's what I'm
no.
saying.
This seems like legitimate excitement to me because I feel like he can't not fight, and he's finding somewhere that's going to pay him to fight and pay him good money to fight. Yeah, dude, he's excited.
No, I'm not saying he needs the money, but he needs the fight. He needs the fight for sure. I will give you that, but I don't think he needs the money. But he definitely.
I didn't say he needed the money. I said he needed the fight.
And Brendan, you said, all right.
That's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
So is he coming back to change?
I
things?
think
And you didn't
he's
even
trying to get himself into this big time.
acknowledged it, which is
I think he's pumped to fight.
right away.
And it's sad to
He
watch.
just because
Like,
he
I
has
didn't
to.
like that.
He needs to fight for his own sanity.
Uriah doesn't
He's
need
not
to.
ready to give it up.
That hurt.
Obviously,
Like,
Why will he walk down there?
yeah, that hurt to watch.
but
Like, I
it would be
don't-
real nice if he won some fights.
Coaching, real
It would be
estate,
amazing.
businesses,
Don't get me
everything.
wrong. I would want Tony Ferguson to win these fights.
I want him to win so I don't have to see him lose and go,
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to win.
Like my whole
For my own
Tony,
sanity.
you know, I used to train with Tony. I love Tony. So the reason
You
why
say,
I
who was his first fight against? James Vick?
is because I love Tony, and I went with
It's just this is rough, man. Like some of this is this whole league just seems like rough.
How about Ferguson versus James Vick? Loser goes home, and when they mean by home, they mean nursing home. And my point of that joke is saying that neither of those guys should ever fight again because it's not good for them, and it's gotten real sad.
Not need the money, not need the work, be able to do it out of the choice.
Not need the work.
that
They do
is
need the work,
Uriah
son.
At his best. When he goes out, it has fun.
It can either make him really dangerous or you can go the other way. It's there's no in between.
That's the beauty of what we're doing. We'll find out.
And with a biological age of 27.
Someone needs to
Oh,
fact
boy.
check that.
Well, look, we're going to reveal the next full four teams very shortly. But first, Alex is
All
going to
right.
give us a bit of a rundown of the women's division selects and the female frontrunners.
Yes, it
All
was
right.
amazing talking to those legends, but now we got to talk about the ladies. We have some people
No.
participating online right now. One of them, Angela Overkill Hill. She was chewing on her nails with a Kermit gif saying, "I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to see who else gets picked up by the GFL draft." And now
You're
she can
fucking
probably
lying.
regret because she saw her good friend Jessica Pena
Um,
get picked for Team LA. Also,
Jessica Pena,
Adam Chechkova said
Pena
this
is
#GFL
on
draft is
LA.
fun. I don't care what anyone says.
Or Jessica
Some lesser-known
Pena is
talents are
on
making
LA.
names for themselves, taking out some
Corey
legends.
McKenna.
And Barbara Depot said,
Aspen
"Hopefully
Ladd is on
Victoria
LA.
Brennan gets drafted soon. Shout out to her
Calvillo.
dogs. Her dogs are very cute, Ollie Campbell. But
I don't
also, she
know
is so
a lot of
talented
these
and she
names,
was
to be
added
honest
to
with
that
you.
Well,
LA team.
that's
So don't
that's
go
the one
anywhere
thing I'm
because
gonna
we
be
have
kind of
the full
interested
reveal
in
of
is
Team
these.
Wait, who
no
picked Van
names.
Zandt? You see that?
I did not.
It's not just stepping into the future of mixed
Like I
martial
said,
arts.
this is not the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like this is
Doing best. I really hope the fights are good, and I hope that the cards are entertaining. It would have been nice if they move these things around to cities that listen. Go to the cities that where you're going to sell out, and the UFC doesn't come very often, like Pittsburgh and Detroit and Columbus. The ones I could get to: Cincinnati, Cleveland. Come on,
The need for unhealthy
Yeah.
weight cuts
Omaha,
is eliminated.
Minneapolis, all those.
Familiar, the weight.
They're trying. Some.
Doan,
I don't-
Alabama.
Submission of the Global Fight League to bring
Have it at the
fans
Civic
to
Center.
exciting events
That's what I was
possible.
hoping would happen if they couldn't do the fights in Los Angeles. So they just moved them to back to Alabama. Why not?
Dude,
We are
yeah,
back
that'd be a
with the
great
live
troll move.
GFL draft, and the next team to be revealed
All right,
in full
here we are,
is
team
in
wise.
London.
London. Here we
London.
go.
It's your city. You
It's
start.
my city, yeah. Look at those beautiful monuments and
Brilliant.
landmarks, and what a beautiful lineup of fighters. I mean, strong European talent as we would expect from
Benson
most of our
Henderson.
next selections. But talk to us about some of
Danny
these
Roberts
other
fought in the
fighters that
UFC.
Latifi,
Yeah.
dude, that right there. There's your heavyweight champion of the GFL, Latifi.
Leo
I guess there isn't
Latifi,
champions. There isn't champions, I guess. But yeah, Latifi and Tanner Bosner.
Get along pretty well with
Or Boser,
Yeah.
Boser, the Canadian with the mullet.
She's an ornery, talented,
Yeah,
super
wow.
smart,
This is actually a
provides
kind of a
great
strong
promotion.
team
They're a
right here.
brilliant team.
Danny Roberts. I honestly didn't know Danny Roberts wasn't with the UFC anymore.
Yeah, so that would make sense.
Yeah, wow.
Benson
All
Henderson.
right,
good one.
England, we
Oh,
see
good,
you.
Goldie.
All right, London.
Love that guy. Legend.
Who the hell is that guy? Mestis Kazgowitz. Canadian.
Oh.
Couple Canadians.
Benson Henderson, by the way. Hendo going
The
to
only
Team
American on Team London.
Benson Henderson
Yeah.
has been standing by.
Gegard
Good to
Musasi, they
Angelico,
announced him as the
veteran.
first
Benson,
overall pick.
Are you
Like
there?
Dylan D.
Good to see you.
Hendo,
There he is.
here he is.
Good to see you. Thanks, Jack. You got
Brilliant. Look,
What?
we've been
Oh.
asking this to most of the fighters through the night.
Oh, his
Are there
internet's
any
worse than
matchups that
mine.
you
What the
really,
shit?
really want for maybe your first fight or whatever fight it might be in the GFL?
See the speakeasy?
man.
It looks like if you
They
looks like if
have,
you pull one of
pretty
those
good,
books
roster
of
guys
fucking
here. A big long list of names.
a
bunch of
pole,
names.
a fire pole is behind it, and he becomes Batman.
So you know that's real show goals. It's not just a compound, but one with like a secret door.
Everybody that
Well, no, I was
speakeasy
telling my
door.
girlfriend.
The smooth one. What is going on, my friend?
This is high thought right here. Well, I'm gonna. hold
Your
on,
wife
let's-
would say, "Creepy guy," right?
He says that a lot.
She still does. There you go. There you go. So Benson, you coming back and still competing at a high level. You've done everything right.
Let's not call this a high
we had a
level,
fighter
Mike.
at
Come
Bare
on.
Knuckle about 10 days ago who said you're his hero and he named
His
his
fucking
son after
internet
you.
sucks.
So in
Like,
addition
I think
to
my
fighting,
shit's
you wanna
bad.
continue to
His is
show your
freezing
legacy and
big
show
time.
others how to do it properly. Would that be accurate?
What kind of 5G you got, my
Well,
boy?
clearly he's in a public library in a small town in Missouri somewhere.
I love fighting. I love having the chance to be able to compete.
Yeah,
and
wow.
The highest levels going against the biggest names.
Is this like a
guys
Dude,
that
he has a
know,
chair ladder out there. Look, there's a
talented in the
ladder.
game. So I love
for
having
him.
that chance. But it's not just
for
about that. It's
him.
about
I-
who you are.
do you think that's his house? I don't think
Show
it's his
yourself.
I think it is his house, but he's not read about 30% of those books. 30. I'm giving him 30 to be nice.
Kids being able to go to school. Hey, that's my dad. And I'm not being embarrassed. Like, oh yeah, that's dad over there. You saw the video of him online being silly. Oh yeah.
My dad used to live in a house that had a big,
legacy I'm trying
like
to
a
leave.
bookshelf in the living room into the wall,
man.
and
Oh.
they just when he bought it, they just left the books, and they're like, well, empty bookshelf would look dumb, so he just had a bunch of books that no one ever read that was just on the yeah. It was mostly old Reader's Digest.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Anarchist Cookbook or something.
No, a lot of it was like the old hardcover Reader's Digest.
What was that one book that
May have been
that
worth
was-
money.
Oh, Gegard Musasi, number
Oh,
one.
look, he's wearing a
pick.
douche hat like Ray.
Really bringing the heat.
Hey!
And we just found out that the whole team London is stacked from bottom to top. What are your feelings about?
I think
the
Team London's gonna be
itself?
like a runner-up.
I'm excited. I hear Gustafsson is also in my team. We share the same manager, so I think we can
Oh,
score
of
some points with
course.
Gustafsson.
Fake
so I'm
Trav.
happy.
Fake.
And according to the 2023 Athletic article, over 80% of fighters are dissatisfied with fighter pay, and you have been a fighter that has been vocal
Fuck
about
the
this.
Atlantic.
when you first
How about
heard
that?
the GFL would be
Well, I'm
sharing
pretty sure
50%
that's
of
probably
the revenue
that's
share,
probably a
Goddamn
true stat.
left-wing rag. That
Right.
fucking
I'm-
goddamn
Because,
garbage
I
fucking
saw, he
organization.
compared MMA fighters.
Well, it took 2.5 hours for Ray to turn this political, but
Football.
I'm just
They were
saying
always
they have a
on the
lot
face.
of weird
So,
stances about stuff that
finding
they.
Well,
time
that's
that
a lot of
someone,
people.
I
who've never
believe
been athletes in
80%
their lives.
sounds like a low
So
ball, honestly.
I'm happy, excited about that. I think a lot of fighters are happy, and so it's a new start.
I mean, fans, we've talked about it.
And when we're
Fighter
looking at the
pay.
entire
I
roster
hope it
for
works.
Team London,
I hope
with
this
the
works
exception
so
of
bad.
3, all the
50%.
fighters
If
are from
One of the
based out
reasons
of
we're
Europe.
being so hard on
So
it,
what
at
do you
least I
think
am, because I
clean
want it to
victory
work.
for Team London would say
Agreed.
about
I
the
want it to be
evolution
great.
stats
I
of
want it to
MMA
be a
in Europe?
Because I want guys who are getting their asses
We have a
kicked and
lot of
fucking their
good,
lives up for my
MMA fighters
entertainment
from
to get
Europe. So,
paid very fucking well.
But you can't do
we
50%
competed at the highest level.
You don't
so I
know
don't
that, Ray. You'll see.
You know, we're gonna maybe train as a team.
And
I
the
don't know
health
if that's
insurance,
possible.
who do they
but
have? The
Gustafsson is,
general? Like,
close by.
what kind of
Even
fucking
Holland is close by.
health
United.
insurance are you going to have
So, I think
120
training is
fighters on?
possible, and
Fighters.
we might get
They,
better results.
they have United. They're just going to beat the hell out of every CEO
Yeah,
until
it's
they get what they
definitely
want.
going to be fun to see the camaraderie between the teammates. I gotta ask, I'd be remiss if I didn't. Do you have any particular matchups on your mind that would be pretty fun for the fans, or maybe one that you have specifically for your own legacy?
Every fight, I fight myself.
No, not really. I think I see it as a team. I'm going to compete against them anyway. And Luke Rockhold is a big name I saw in the middleweight division. That one, I think we were almost fighting each other when we were fighting in the UFC. So that didn't happen. That's a possibility. That's a nice matchup. And I'm looking forward to fighting multiple times. So I think eventually I will fight all those guys that have. But he has a big name, so that would be nice.
Yes, I'm handling all of the social media interactions, and that is definitely one that the fans want to see. And we love that you are guaranteed 3 fights in the regular season, which is a 6-month period. So we cannot wait to see you back in action.
Guaranteed 3 fights in 6 months?
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, that is indeed Gegard Mousasi, not the Mauler, but I love that mention of Luke Rockhold. Now, moving us on now to the full team reveal of Team Miami. Let's take a look at who they have selected. Info, there you go.
All right, we got Katz and Ngannou's fighting again. We got Katz and Ngannou, Felipe Lins, Thiago Santos.
A lot of American top team influence.
This is the dude that I was just talking about. I was hoping he would fight Sam Alvey
And
in
Jeremy Stevens is
Karate
fighting
Combat, but he
tonight
signed
in Philly
the
against
Taekwondo
our
dude.
guy
He
Eddie
signed with
Alvarez.
PFL.
Still lots of
We got
fighting
Hector
Jeremy Stevens
Lombard,
and of course Paige Van Zant. Like
Jeremy
I said
Stevens.
twice tonight, I
Who the
think.
hell is
She has
that
so
guy?
many
And then
things
Paige Van
going for
Zant
her.
is in Team
Successful
Miami, which of
podcast.
course
She's
she is.
aesthetically very pleasing. She's got her own businesses, etc. But
Aesthetically-
girl,
all right,
the
Robin.
woman
Nice
can
way to say
fight,
it.
man. She can fight like crazy.
I think strongest female picks we've seen. Yeah, I mean, look at Hannah Goldie.
Hannah
who's
Goldie,
no joke.
yeah.
You got Paige Van Zant. You got Natasha there, Kat Zingano.
Charles Rosa's
Kyla.
a stud.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me, Goldie, for a second.
You're a
but
stud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're aesthetically pleasing as well.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
worry.
thank you very much, Caroline. Thank you very much.
Well,
Strong
talking
team.
of the beautiful Paige Van Zandt, she is here with us as part of Team Miami. Welcome in, Paige.
What's
Looking
up,
gorgeous
guys?
as always. What's up, Paige?
Thank you.
So you've done it all. Power slap more recently. You've done the pro wrestling. You've done the UFC, and now this new chapter with the GFL. How excited are you for this and any potential matchups?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know, when I left the UFC as a free agent, I was kind of exploring my options, and I knew I wanted to continue in MMA, but I went through a serious arm injury, and I've been able to take so much time off and heal that and just stay in the gym, stay at American Top Team. So the timing could not have been more perfect for this opportunity. And I'm just excited to see where the GFL goes and just be a part of the names that they signed right away.
Paige, it's great to see you as always. Please say hello to that handsome husband of yours, Austin Vanderford. You're still as bubbly as you were. And I'm going to take you back to this because I saw you right after in the locker room before you went to the press conference. Let's go back to Vancouver, British Columbia, August 27th, 2006, right? 2006. Paige goes flying in the air and finishes Beck Rawlings. And then you were like a little kid backstage doing your makeup for the press conference, and you were great inside the octagon and great outside as always. You're one of the biggest personalities this sport has ever seen, Paige.
Thank you. And honestly, it's not that I try. This is just who I am as a person. And I think it's unfamiliar to a lot of like MMA fans or just like the MMA community initially, because when I signed, I was so young when I took off. I signed to the UFC when I was 19. I had my first fight at 20 years old. So I really was. I was a kid. I was a baby. I didn't know what the world just like presented to me. So now just I'm happy that I've been able to stay so like humble and positive through the journey, because I have had ups and downs. I've been able to experience a lot of new
Hi, Tim.
options and be able to stay active in my career doing, pro wrestling, power slap, boxing,
My
boxing, and now I feel like I'm
my
finally coming
my
home
laptop
to
froze,
my
so I
passion,
had to
and
come
that's
back
kind of what I've
to
missed just the last
the
few
Chromebook.
years is my passion. And I was actually in the gym at American
Paige
Top
is on
Team
what
training,
team?
like
Miami.
2 days ago, and we were working
Okay.
that same switch kick that I had on Beck Rawlings. So I was like,
I'm
oh,
excited
this
to
is
see
just
her
meant to
fight
be.
again.
It's all
I
just
really am.
happening at the perfect time.
I
I
think
love that, Paige. You stay active, more active than
The
anyone.
nameplate blocking the cleavage was
bare knuckle,
bad
the
by the
professional
production team,
wrestling,
by the
you're
way,
doing
as well. They
everything.
needed to move it up top.
My question for you is: are you going to put all that on
That
hold
is
and
a
focus solely
that
on
is a
MMA and
chesty
the
dress right
GFL?
there.
Because there's tough competition. So
That is a
my only
chesty
concern
dress.
with all your success would
Wow.
I'm
juggle all
someone
these
who
things
is
and
pro
compete at the
breast
highest
implant.
level in
However,
the
it's very
GFL.
strange to do it when you're fighting because it's like a big change to your body when you're doing something like fighting. It seems like a really big choice.
Yeah.
That was years ago now, and
I have a more problem with her eyebrows than
opportunity, but I was
anything
like, oh,
else.
I never thought I
I
would
like
ever
her
do it.
eyebrows.
And they came to me and asked to come compete. And I was
They're
like,
too
yeah,
square.
absolutely. You know, I'm just in the gym
Like,
training.
I don't know. It
It's
looks
not a big,
cartoony.
training regimen, I would say.
Sorry, she's not 290 pounds.
Yes, 100%. This is
I'm fine with 220
Although,
or
although
235
if
or
this, there was a
260. It's fine.
there was a female heavyweight division in GFL, I'd be all in.
Oh, I would travel to those shows.
Ray would be in the front row with his pants off. Just
energy, and the GFL.
I would have at least underwear on.
where
You son of a
I
bitch.
I needed to feel excited to fight for a company again, and they were the first ones that really I was like, yes, that's where I want to go.
Well, yeah, because you had insurance coming your way,
Love the
Paige.
say yes attitude, and can't wait to see you back in the cage, back doing MMA again,
Yeah.
Paige. Thank you so
they'll
much.
fix one of those implants if it pops.
Yep, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, yeah. It's part of the insurance.
That would be the greatest MMA highlight of all time. Just like a pop boob.
Lightweight champion. There he
Oh
is,
God!
Anthony.
Look
So
at
you've seen a lot
here's
of the
Pettis,
team reveals
Miami
now.
draft
You've fought
pick.
a lot of guys, but off the bat, what are the matchups or the names that you're either excited to fight with or
This is Benson Henderson.
Look at his right side. It's
Yeah, I
swollen
fought
as
a lot of these
fuck.
guys already. Obviously, the one that jumps out is Tony Ferguson. I mean, me and Tony had a war. In the UFC. I broke my hand. We couldn't finish that fight, so I feel like that's.
God damn it! No.
Sage Northcutt, we never fought before. I mean, there's a bunch. Of
I'd be
guys
for
that,
Sage.
like,
I'd be for Sage.
There's another guy that.
Dude, I really hope the first fight for Ferguson is Sage Northcutt.
Tony sticks out though. Me and Tony had a war, and I feel like that one.
Fucking.
Once Sage
I would
Northcutt,
stop.
he's gonna murder Tony
Showtime, it is
Ferguson.
always great to see you, my friend. I know your beautiful family continues to be beautiful.
The only reason I'm still here is because I want to see the New York roster, and I'm not confident that if I don't watch it on this video, that I'm going to find out who it is. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to go online in 10 minutes.
You
and
gotta
see
kind of figure. You gotta kind of watch to see, kind of thing, for sure.
So I expect to see it over and over again when you walk in.
I want another sandwich. I'm getting grumpy. I want another Pepsi Zero.
Oh yeah,
I'm ordering more beer, Tim.
When I go out there, especially mixed martial arts, I haven't fought MMA for.
Then I'm gonna live stream Sly Cooper drunk
Boxing, and I feel like it's my time to get back.
on YouTube at Scally Bandit.
Showtime, I saw you. I was next to a pit watching you fight. I love every time I get to see you do your thing. But fighters, you know, there's.
Oh, but one of the guys on the Miami roster is that Taekwondo dude I was just talking about, who I thought might fight Sam Alvey, but apparently he's with the GFL, so that might not happen.
Oh,
successful businessman now. What do you think?
I'm down.
Business model.
I'm disappointed no Sam Alvey on this list.
Yeah, I want to get Sam on and talk about if he got an offer from the GFL or not, because he should have. He should have.
I get. Well, this is the same reason as Tony. It's not about winning fights. It's about having someone in there who's entertaining, and no one was ever more entertaining. Well, he was up there as far as the most entertaining people. Every time we saw Sam Alvey on a card, he got pumped, even though you're like, he may lose, but it doesn't matter.
MMA, Karate Combat took care of me well. So
apparently the contract is good for Anthony Pettis. So let's see how much he's gonna. We don't know how much he's gonna get, but there'll be reports.
What an honor it was, and you treated it like that when you boxed against the all-time great Roy Jones Jr. You were kryptonite that night, buddy.
Amazing. Yeah, I was on fire.
I forgot about that.
He beat a Puerto Rican that we had to get it back. So when I went back to Puerto Rico, I did the tryouts there for APFC. They loved it, man. So yeah, shout out to Roy Jones for giving me that opportunity.
Shout out to APFC and Logan Urban for
very soon. Love to the family.
APFC lost sadly in his debut, but leave a comment. I want to know from you guys.
You turn your mic down. You turn your mic
We have
down.
a lot of hype for Paige.
No, I'm just.
Van
How about now?
Zandt. Jenny
It's better.
Football 26 said,
Okay.
Paige Van Zandt is beautiful.
Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this whole thing? What did you think about the CFL draft?
Energy. But another name that isn't as well known
Whoop.
is Kayla Rocco, who's currently on
Kayla
a
Rocca?
win streak. I even got a direct quote from her saying that I feel like there is a lack of opportunity in the MMA scene
But
right now.
again, 50%. I don't see it. I don't see it, Tim. I don't see this being.
No, I mean, listen. I mean, I feel like they're gonna get the money they promised, but just how long is it gonna last? Who knows?
It's probably going to be a season. Like they'll do 6 months because they've got to, because they've got contracts and the zone's probably an
Did you
investor.
hear when they said to Musasi that he's guaranteed 3 fights in 6 months?
We do indeed.
That's nuts.
That's wild.
Why?
I mean, that's cool if you want to fight, but that's for a guy who's like 39.
Yeah, that's.
Well, what's going on?
We have some fighters there. There's no question about it.
Nope.
Oh, here we go.
This is Team Sao Paulo. Rafaela Sunsao.
Evan Morale, Douglas Lima, Purdue. We knew that.
And great leaders.
They got a few, like 3 foreigners.
Yeah, these are all
foreigners, and then it's all rest Brazil.
Yeah. Arsa. RC. Julio RC.
Yeah, Patricky. Well, I was figuring he was probably going to go to Sao Paulo. Although
I forgot about Pitbull. Yeah, Pitbull. Pitbull's there.
I'm surprised he wasn't number 1 for Sao Paulo. That would have been.
Well, clearly this is fake, and he just signed, and clearly this was not. This is fake. So that's why he wasn't a first round pick, because that was already done weeks ago. He just
But
signed
you
with
want
them.
him to be a name because people know him from Bellator. Like that's the problem with this.
Well, they've obviously been leading with the former USC fighters, not the former anywhere else fighters. So
It's tough competition.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got, I think, a couple more teams to be announced. Hopefully they don't drag this out.
He is standing by.
I think
Oh,
it's just
God.
Let's bring in Shogun. So good to see you.
Shogun's fighting in this, apparently.
No, he's not. He's not on the roster.
Particular matchup, maybe
Yeah,
the
he
one
is.
with Alexander Gustafsson. Is that one?
Oh, maybe he is. He is. Oh,
He
that's cool.
is. And he's on Sao Paulo.
No,
Thank you very much. I'm very
God
happy
damn
to
it.
be here. Thank you.
He's 75 years old. Why is he doing this?
Money, 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 money.
We're talking to Hoffman.
Yeah, I can see it being that.
Let's not forget the
Man,
big part
like,
of that team of strikers.
this makes me sad. Tim,
I just
like,
hope that old guys fighting old guys it's a good fight and not a sad fight. And I just hope that old guys fighting young
Yeah.
guys is just it's not a sad fight. I just hope. Are there any kind of weird rules? Like, do we not know? Like, oh, by the way, you can't punch in the head. Like, do we hear anything about like that?
all grappling. You have to. It's
No ground strikes. No
it's
kicks above the
EBI
waist.
rules.
Right. No kicks above the waist, and also no calf kicks. Only thigh kicks.
God, even then, you might still have a fucking problem. I'm gonna go take a leak real quick. I'll be right
Just
back.
do that.
I know, but I've been drinking, Tim.
Oh, you were drinking beer. Yeah, that happens to me when I drink beer as well.
All right, I'll be right back.
You can't turn the volume back up before you left.
I'm very happy to be
Thank you.
fighting again. I feel very accomplished in my career, but I'm very excited to be back. I can't stay out of the game.
Mas eu me considero um cara novo ainda e sei que tenho muita linha para queimar ainda.
I'm still a new guy, and I have a lot of wood to burn yet.
Yeah, I mean, Robin, you took the words out
I'm
of my
also
mouth.
worried about like there's going to be like a gentleman's agreement with some of these old guys. Like, let's just get a paycheck and not fuck each other up. And there's going to be some really, really sad, like sparring match fights. I really hope that doesn't happen. Because I mean, when you got a guy who probably shouldn't be fighting anymore, but you bring him back because of how much you're going to pay him. You're going to pay him. You do risk, yeah, like a patty cake fight. And I hope that doesn't happen.
In GFL, have many fighters.
I like to think these guys are all way too prideful for that. But who knows?
I'm very excited for this event. Having many legends, I'm very happy. I fight anyone. I'm ready for anyone.
Love of the game.
Who wants to be our 420th
You know, I get asked
subscriber?
so often.
Come
Shogun,
on,
I get asked
do
all
it.
the time. You know,
Next
go
one's
to your
420.
Sony
Come on,
fights,
you
what
can
was
do
the
it.
Greatest fight. But I'm like, okay, I have a couple, but you and Hendo, like, woo, as Joe Rogan would do. You and Hendo rolling for 25 minutes. It's still one of them. It gives me chills today. So, man, let's bring more of that back.
Fale pouco dessa luta.
Então, essa luta foi uma luta muito difícil, muito dura, onde eu não venci, mas eu fiquei feliz que eu consegui dar o meu melhor.
This was a very tough match, very hard opponent. Even though I didn't win, I was very happy with my performance.
Eu acho que o mais importante, o meu objetivo é subir sempre e deixar tudo que eu puder dentro do octógono do ringue. Esse é o meu objetivo sempre.
My main goal always is and always was step inside the cage and leave it all in there and give all I got.
Yeah. Last question, legend. What does it mean to you to fight for Brazil, to be part of a team that fights for Brazil?
I can't take Robin Black seriously. Like I respect the man as a journalist and everything, but like,
But for sure, fighting for my country is a big
oh,
motivation.
when he was just like legend.
For my city. Let's go.
I like Robin Black.
I'm not saying I don't like Robin Black. It's just his presentation as himself. You just like, wow.
This is coming from you. Like, do you think you're like?
Então, o Rachado é grande.
I'm a goddamn G. I'm a legend.
I feel like you've never. I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. Just
I was
move on.
bad when I did pro wrestling, so
I believe that.
2 times back in the day, and that didn't happen. But I believe
The thought of a 45-year-old fighting 3 times in 6 months.
That's why I asked. We've been waiting for it. Yeah.
That's what I was saying before. Hear what I was saying? That I'm a little bit worried that there might be some gentlemen's agreements with these old guys, and they may just be like glorified sparring matches to get a paycheck. I like to think these people all have too much pride to do that, but I can see that happening. Just some like bad patty cake to get a check to clear.
Sounds like he's willing to fight anybody.
Well, he always has.
yeah, this.
I hope not. I mean, I hope guy like Shogun,
And I will
they have
take
too
you
much
back
pride
to
to do that.
1997 when I walked into the hotel in Yokohama, Japan, and Elaine McCarthy said, R is H in Portuguese. It's not Royce, it's Hoyce. Thus, it is Mauricio.
Real.
John and Elaine. That was
Thanks for putting us right. I think we got it right. We got it right anyway.
Him and Rashad's a good
It's
fight.
Melbourne. It's Rua. Pronounce your R's, people.
I don't want to see him and Rashad Evans fight.
about with many fighters tonight.
Why, Goldie? Why are you saying these things?
I would like it if someone got finished, but I feel like it would be a patty cake fight.
And then that extra gene is fight.
Yeah, and that works.
Show me the New York roster so I can go eat something.
Their 6-year-old brother, a legend.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I think they're gonna do that one last.
But they already have. I don't think there's any that they haven't shown. Is there?
Absolutely, I agree. But we have our final
Oh, here we are.
reveal, and it is Team New York.
Here we are.
So who's Ray Longo gone for here? The full reveal.
Holly Holman, Jimmy Rivera, okay, Kevin Lee, Sydney Outlaw, dude.
Alan the Talent.
I thought he got run out of
Phil Haas, popcorn hair, Alex Neolithic, Alan Belcher, some old men, Devin Clark,
Dylan
Elvis
Davis.
St. Proof. This has to be the oldest roster. Right?
Kevin
Columbus, Ohio's own OHIO, Lance Palmer. That's pretty cool.
Lance Palmer. That's a good addition.
That time that I ran into Lance Palmer one time, and I didn't recognize him.
Neiman Gracie, by the way. No, they're not talking about that. Neiman fucking Gracie is on the Team New York.
Alan Belcher could finish.
Yeah, big time.
Interesting.
And, you imagine just anyone in the training room.
Well, Alan Belcher lost the fight to Roy Nelson that he was given a win for. There's no way on earth he lost that. He won that fight. But anyway, hey, we got a Chinese lady, Miss Ding.
Miss Ding.
I'm doing good.
Oh God, no! I don't want you to fight. Stop it.
Tell you what, if he breaks his leg again in a GFL fight, I'm never watching MMA again. I'm done. I'm done. Our next show, we're just gonna do Pokemon reveals.
I'm down for it. I'm down.
It's funny. We said we were done. We're done. Charizard.
Oh my God, we got Charizard.
Did he have 2 fights with Allied?
Oh, hey, did you see some 11-year-old kid in California pulled that Paul Skeens card?
Yeah, fuck that kid. How about that?
11
that
years
little
old.
bitch.
Well, of course, it was
Yeah,
in
that's-
California. That means we would have never gotten it if we didn't spend money.
No. Hey, by the way, I think this laptop's done. I gotta get a new laptop.
I mean, you've been saying
We
that
have
for
to
a
deal
while.
with bad microphone for a little while. Well, I was planning on buying a new one this week. So
Right.
I'm
Our next
I'm-
subscriber is subscriber 420. So
It is.
I don't know what that means.
Whoever is subscriber 420, I will do an episode where I get absolutely shit. Like can't even think high. Like,
Are you telling me that has never happened in 369 episodes? Because I do not believe you.
no. Believe it or not, I've still been able to like form cogent sentences behind my high brain.
I wish we knew when the most fucked up we both were on the show was, so we could have just clips. There's been a couple times that I've been real drunk, but
Yeah, I mean, Jesse commented on my drinking at one point. Remember that from the MMA holes, where I was the alcoholic. She thought she thinks and she thought at the time and was true was drinking way more than you. Yes, pretty much every day.
yeah, I mean, I didn't drink anything today. I drank yesterday. Well, that's it. My
I'm
doctor
Uber
said
Eating a fucking
I've been
six
drinking less,
pack.
and my liver enzymes went up. Like they're up a lot more, so that's not good. And I've been drinking less, so it's a lot of things. But yeah, I might have to get another test on my liver. But,
I don't
did
trust
get
Chris
my-
Weidman right here. I think he's sitting down for a reason. Like he's gonna come out looking like Tyson against Jake Paul.
Both his legs are broken. They're all cast up.
Oh.
It's a very interesting camera angle for a live stream. Everybody usually does right down the middle. He's got it up. He's got it up like there's a camera on a hospital TV.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I saw my biopsy results today from the gastro doctor from my EDG, and it seems like I mean I'm not a doctor. I don't know what they all means, but it seems like there's no really scary buzzwords on there. So, I mean, I'm sure gonna have to have an appointment where they're like, okay, do this, be better at this, but
yeah,
nothing that is directly going to kill me right this second. So it
Good.
looks like, unless there's something I misread. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like the word mild was in there a couple times, which is good.
Nah, you're
But,
fine.
Yeah, I mean, no C word, I don't think, or anything like that. The word negative was in there a couple times too. So
Good.
Yeah,
good. I get blood work done on the 3rd. So
I just had it done. Don't forget the fast, Raymond.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it at I think at 9:30 in the morning. So they'll just hook
Yeah,
me
that's
up,
what I have
I'll
mine done.
bleed, and then I'll go to my 10 o'clock job at fucking work.
What if you have to call in and cancel your appointment to give blood? You're going to tell them that unfortunately,
No, I'm
because of your work
going.
schedule. No, unfortunately, because of your work schedule, you don't have time to bleed. I know you want to do it now.
Nobody knows
I know you want to
about
do it now. I'm
Dr.
sorry,
Seven.
I can't even do it. A lot
You
of
gotta
calls today. I
come
don't
in
have
a
time to
little
bleed.
bit more with it. You gotta You gotta, Danko, you need to know what's going on. All right. You don't know what's going on. I've been there.
Well, let's hear your best Mike Goldberg.
Virtually identical.
It's not that bad.
No. Height and weight, virtually identical.
I tell you,
like
most of,
it's
like again, your impressions are like a C minus. Like they pass, but barely.
yeah. It's mimic.
better than mine.
Like I just
Yeah.
mimic their tone or their tenor. And it may not be completely on there, but you're like, I've got a great place. Sometimes you got to give Robert Kennedy why his dad was killed. Like
I mean, enough that I know who you're trying to do. You know.
Yeah,
So
that's what I go for.
I mean, me, I can't do any impressions.
I'm not going.
My Trump is this.
Over
This
here.
is my best Trump. That's the best I got. I just do this.
I've actually run through my Trump impression with my girlfriend who hates my Trump impression.
Oh, I'm sure she hates all
And
of
it's you just go tiny rubber bands, you're pulling them, and while you're going, the tone goes with them. And you're just like, I'm here. And then sometimes you let them go, and you're just like, hey, some people are good, some people are bad. I don't know. Some people say
I would like to have a bad impression off with you and Sean Lynch. That'd be fun. Are they wrapping this up?
Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping the interview up. I don't know if they're wrapping the show up.
See you soon. Take care.
So
All right,
I would
with
say
that,
something
we
like,
have
"Oh,
announce all of the teams." I'm now going to send it to Alex, who is with our commissioner, Darren Owen.
All right.
What a night it has been, Darren. What interview and a powerful message from Chris.
Wasn't that guy
Weidman.
an
What are your
Ant-Man?
reactions to that?
Yeah, love hearing his passion.
yeah,
love
he's
hearing that he's not
MODOK in
happy
fucking
about being
Quantum
in
Mania.
That's what I thought. New
He's
York,
got a
and,
tiny
you know,
butt
just
at
seeing
the
this
end.
all play out is, you know, it's a dream come true. It's, you know, seeing this come to life and all these athletes getting behind it and supporting it.
Wow.
You know that we've done the right thing. We
This
set this up the right way.
I
You know, we're
think
taking care
I'm
of
gonna
these
cut this
athletes, getting
off and
50%
we'll
of the
we'll have a
revenue, and giving
final
them
little
insurance, giving them a retirement
thing.
fund, and you know, I couldn't be any happier with how this evening played out.
And we were having a lot of fun in the social corner. I got to circle back. I know Chris Weidman gave a few stories about Dylan Dennis, but Terrence McKinney was in the comments saying he's taking his first L tonight. Last kid picked for dodgeball vibes. That's fighting words. But we have him added to the New York roster, so there's plenty of
This guy
matchups we could-
looks
is there
like
anything top of mind for you
looks like
that you
Dr.
could
Robotnik on
as a
Ozempic.
matchup we'd see early on in
Yes.
2025?
Oh,
Yes. Is my sorry, my phone
right? Like, there's
light.
just
Do you just cut him off? All right, I'm leaving. Bye, everybody. I'll see you on. Maybe I'll pop in sometime next week, but I'm going to Vegas, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right, we will see you guys Tuesday live here on Bro Bro Plata. We'll talk more about the GFL as well, because I have questions. I have a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I think the first fight is in like April, so we shall see what we go with. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you at the Kumite, fam.
I want henna tattoos for everyone of the logo of the team on their back. All right. Also, we need a Midwest team, so I'm gonna start one. I'm going rogue. I'm starting one. I'm calling Roy Nelson. I'm calling our dude Andrew Law. I'm calling a bunch of people we shouldn't call. I'm calling the Combat Wombat, that guy who's in jail in Australia. We'll get him out. I'm calling Jason Miller. I'm calling I don't know. Who else should I call? Just people I shouldn't call. Right? I'm calling Pat Miletich. I'm calling him. I'm calling Matt Brown. I'm calling Jeff Hughes. I'm calling everybody, right? We're starting Team Cleveland. All right? Team Cleveland. And we're going to show up to these fights and demand fights.